So coming back, you guys had talked with Clan Malorn and decided on your direction that you wanted to go. Unfortunately, you decided to let Rev lead, and Rev decided to open literally every door between the place where you were and where you were going to go.
Hey, it's true.
Well, it's true, yeah. I actually think that's a good thing. I think I did a good thing.
As long as we don't die.
The first set of doors that got opened were the guest suites, in which you guys did procure yourself a substantial amount of money, which was the plus side. The downside was that there were some skeletons and also a bulette that decided to attack. Jack was able to befriend the bulette to some extent, and using one of the movable rods in position so that it wasn't able to get away. Moving on, you move to the next door. This one opened up into a lift-like location. The downside to opening this door was that you got surprised by the creature, this feaster of flesh and souls, as it is called. It came rocketing out, abducted Bryn into its chest cavity immediately, dropping her unconscious,
Pretty cool.
grabbing Rev and Winry before suggesting to Jack to run away, but fortunately did not have quite enough hit points to withstand the storm that was coming in its direction, and it fell just before the group was able to be fully dismantled.
Guys, he's right there.
I know. It's like talking in class.
Yeah, they're disrespectful when it's online, and it's fine, but now
Now it really hurts.
Oh, don't make Cassie laugh.
Split us up.
And after a little bit of a rest and a big heal from Bryn to get everybody back into fighting state again, you move forwards with less options, with there being only 2 remaining doors.
Okay.
For what it's worth, I don't have doors everywhere on here, but there is a door down here, and there is a door over here. If you recall, the door this direction was the one that Jorinda had told you was the direction towards the pump room.
Probably should go in.
Oh, when we
And the way
investigated
it's-
the thing up top, too.
The way it's oriented on roll 20s, that's north, or that's up.
Yeah, that's up.
Yes.
Thank
So-
you for setting it up for me to not be
Going
confused.
So we couldn't get past the force field going up to the silvery
Up there.
mirror thing.
Right.
In the
There is
elevator.
a plinth or a pillar in the middle that has like
It's like a
essentially-
stick shift, effectively.
yeah, it says P and then
Oh,
so
yeah.
we haven't tried
letters.
that yet.
We have not tried that yet, no.
Okay. Do we want to try that?
Yes.
No.
My only concern about it is that it's going to squish us.
Seems like a reasonable concern.
I actually do.
I think we should probably do the task we were assigned first.
And not be so, like, hurt.
Well, here's my
Because
argument.
we know that we have to fight something. Because Clan Malorn didn't want to go
They
in.
don't like fighting things.
Yeah, so we know we have to fight something, so let's do
All
that.
right, let's go fight them.
But my argument is this room was protected by that creature.
Not
No,
to
it's
mention-
not.
All we found in it was this, which
But we
feels
could-
like it's important.
But now
And it
that creature's not there, so we can come
And
back.
let's remind you, like,
You know what you can do now? You can cut over them cutting you over. Or cutting you off. You're like, stop it!
the door was pretty well locked.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It was very
I
well.
did have to put a lot of effort into picking that lock, so I think they wanted to keep this protected.
But it's no longer protected, so now we can come back.
I feel like you're missing what Rev is saying. I mean, no offense, but
No, we could come back.
Do you know how it works, Jack? Do you maybe want to
well,
figure it
I
out?
would assume that we pull the lever and something happens as far as upward movement.
Do you know how the magic works?
You could use your magic hand to pull
I could use my magic hand.
Winry
Well,
also
we
has
all-
a magic hand.
Leave the
We
room.
could use our magic hands together to pull it.
Extra hard.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be on the lift while we do this?
We don't know if there's a lift or not, right?
How
We
do
don't know what
test
still
it?
is.
Put not a quill.
Oh, you
Wow.
want to
You
put
mean
Buck on the elevator to see if he gets squished?
You can bring it back.
Out of character,
He's
that is
Puck.
adorable.
But he's still cute, but he'll be cute again.
Well, we know if it comes, well, we know
Every
if
squish.
something comes slamming down to where we are. That
Make a squawk noise.
well, no, I'm just saying that
He'll be able to see through his
we
eyes.
should
maybe.
leave the door open and
Yeah, we can watch.
pull it and watch.
So I'm like scratching Puck very gently, and I'm like,
It's not a
well,
bad idea.
I guess I could leave him in here and look through his eyes and see what happens.
I mean, it's easier than me sewing to Cassie.
I'm curious why this is different than
Fits
sending
better.
Puck into a room that you don't know if there's monsters inside it.
Because I think there's a chance that when that happens, there won't be a monster inside of it, whereas here it feels like there's a pretty good chance he's going to get squished.
I don't.
Maybe not.
There's a good chance that something will happen, not
Then do
necessarily
it
that he'll get
Without
squished.
Puck the first time.
I don't think that'll determine anything.
We could put like a piece of, like a vial or something and see if
Why
it gets
don't
crushed.
Why don't we all just stand on this side of the door, use your magic hand,
Pretty straightforward
Pull it.
to me.
and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, let's do that.
'Cause you
What,
could
how many
probably
numbers are
theoretically-
there? There's 10, 20
Like 8
numbers,
or
right?
something?
There were 8
8.
letters.
Yeah.
And then P
Uh,
also right at the top.
Same name
So
numbers.
So put it into A and see how it goes.
See if we can see any change.
How do we retrieve it?
You retrieve what? The elevator?
Is the
Are we going to set it up to 8 and be like, well, shit, now what?
well no?
Like,
if
is
it's-
the thing
you
on
would just
the...
put it back to park because it's in park right now.
Well,
Right?
he won't be able to see it, right? In theory, right?
Because it's
if it
on
does
the
actually
platform.
go up,
Oh.
yes.
We have to be on it to control it.
Well, if
Oh, well, don't you have an unseen survey?
I do, but if I put him on there,
well, can
I
you
guess if he
see
goes
through
up-
Puck's eyes, does that not work? Does the magic not work that way?
it does, but then Puck won't be able to return it. So I could put an unseen servant and Puck on there and see what happens, and then if nothing happens, the unseen servant brings it back down, and we try it out.
And then if Puck sees something, the unseen servant can do something.
We'll see.
Good
Is
plan.
everyone good with this plan?
Go.
Sounds good.
Brilliant.
Okay,
Brilliant.
so everyone clear off. I'll do the ritual to summon Gil. I'll put him and Puck on this, and then Winry and I will pull with Mage Hand on the stick. Should we send it all the way up, or just send it up to like 7?
They're
Just
not
send it to
numbers.
A. It's A, B,
Oh,
C.
It's A, not 8.
It's P and then A through H.
Oh, okay. So just send it up to A and see
Send
what
it up to A.
happens.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
You clear everybody off. You send the Raven. You send the owl.
Come
on.
on, guys.
Somebody
It's
else
been
already.
years.
I did.
It's been 2 weeks.
You send the owl on. You send Gil on, and using some Mage Hand from both of you guys, you try to move this stick shift in the middle here, basically.
Move that shit.
It's difficult at first. It kind of grinds a bit as you move it.
You're gonna break it.
It chunks into position, and as it does so, you hear these sounds. The sounds of plumbing that doesn't have water in it, like the thud, the thud, the thud, the thud.
Oh
As though-
no, we're
it's
gonna run the
trying-
pump dry.
As though it's trying to suck water, but it's not getting anything.
Oh, I see.
Turn off, turn off.
We need to attach the water first. They
Oh,
had
I
said
guess
something
that
about the
answers our
plumbing was
question.
not connected. I didn't realize
Sure
this
does.
was
Let's go
what
take
it
care of
was.
All right.
It's a lot of talking for really easy.
I know, right?
I kind of
I'll-
wanted to interrupt you, but I didn't want to interrupt.
That's why I looked at you. I was like, is something gonna happen or is nothing gonna happen?
I don't feel bad because we started before 8:30, guys.
I'll command Puck to come back on my shoulder and I'll be like, sorry.
I'm assuming you also shifted back to P, so that it
Yes.
stops
Yes.
crunching around over there. Someone
Correct.
is being naughty
Oh,
over
dog,
here.
or the cat's getting into something. You getting the plastic bag now? Alright, yeah, we don't care about that. Isn't there food in there?
It shouldn't be. I think I took all the food.
Now
out.
we're going.
Okay. So in that case,
Yep,
probably.
shifting back to P.
So you guys don't want me to go anywhere but the pump room, right?
The other thing, just for your reference, that happens is you hear the noises from around you too, from the doorway next to you.
Oh.
And so the door would normally shut on the lift once the stick is engaged, basically. I've said lift many times.
Oh, you have. You're right. You're right.
And so the door would normally shut, like on an elevator, before it starts moving. But the door doesn't actually do anything because it's also missing its hydraulics.
Makes sense.
Just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, I say we beeline it to the pump room.
Let's
Get
go
that
to the
taken
pump
care
room.
of.
I'm gonna sneak to the pump, even though I'm sure they have heard us
Yeah,
now.
now I've seen it.
Try to start it. I'm gonna sneak.
I think the door's right there.
This direction continues onwards, and then it takes a turn. I actually have a picture of what I mapped out for myself humorously.
You're so funny. I would do the same thing.
We just put a giant tablet on the table.
Taking a turn to the right as it continues onwards, and then as you kind of peer around the corner, you can tell that it continues onwards even further, continuing down towards this direction.
Okay. Closest.
Let's all move like in this. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stealth and look around the corner here.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Still of the night.
7 plus 11, I think. So that's 18 or 19.
Peering around the corner, the only thing that you really note is that at the very end of the hallway is a door. The door is closed.
That's the
The rest
only
of the
door in the
hallway.
entire zigzag.
Yep.
The only door. Okay.
It's like a big long...
Justin deleted all the other doors.
Yep. There's a big long corridor that ends in a door at the end.
Yeah, it was 19, by the way.
The rest of the hallway is devoid of basically anything.
Do I see any? I mean, it's devoid of anything, so that means even if I check for traps, it's just devoid of anything.
You can check for traps.
I'm gonna take a better look at the walls
Mm,
and
it's a
the
long
floors.
hallway.
It's a
Oh,
long
interesting.
hallway.
Make an investigation check as you make your...
Suspicious of
Good
long
point,
hallways.
good
All right,
Ooh,
so
nice.
18 plus 9,
Very nice.
27.
Fortunately, you are quite sure that the hallway is, in fact, pretty devoid of anything else. There is just a long corridor of stone that seems to be heading somewhere purposefully, as though they needed to cut a long enough distance in order to be able to get to where they needed it to get to, as opposed to anything else.
You said there was a door here?
There is a door this direction, actually. It comes off
right
over
there.
here.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if it's like another mechanical room or something.
Probably is. Well,
Let's just assume that.
let's just...
Actually, with your investigation check, I should tell you, you're not looking that direction, but you do actually notice that over here, there is a piece that would be able to move if you wanted it to.
A piece.
A
Like in the wall?
opening-sized piece.
Oh.
What does that mean? Like a...
Like a door.
Ooh.
Where you going?
Came over to yell
I
at
think
me.
I felt some sort of draft from this wall here.
Disturbance in the floor.
I'm feeling,
Dread.
Yeah, it's very
You know?
Indiana Jones of you.
No, I'm not.
You get some dust and drop it
Yeah,
and
and
see
see
that.
it. So I'm gonna sort of start to feel the wall a little bit.
Well, it doesn't take you long with your investigation that you'd already rolled to be able to find that there is, in fact, a little hidden passage here, it appears. It's blended in with the stone wall as though it is meant to be hidden. But you're able to kind of just push this little section of wall, or of the stone, and then the wall kind of opens up behind it. Going onwards beyond it, I'm not going to have this part mapped because I didn't need to. But there is a small little corridor. It's very narrow, very boxed in. And as soon as you go in there and kind of peer in, you can see light coming through periodically on the walkway, basically, that's beyond it. And as you kind of see through, it's almost like pinpricks of light kind of shining through every now and then as it goes along. Using your senses of where you are within this area, you think you're on the back side of the guest suites that you were looking at.
Ooh, yuck.
Weird. They had a secret entrance into the back of the guest suites.
Not the back, just a
So I was
whole
supposed
to view.
So you're looking into
Creepy.
essentially
So
like
creepy.
bedrooms?
People's.
If you want to go a little bit further in, you can.
All right, I'll sneak in and just take a quick look.
Whoa, the bullet's there.
The bullet's in the hallway,
In the
in the main section.
Okay.
So it's the rooms and then the bullet. But the
Yeah.
bullet could also dig.
I don't have a 1x1, like I said, but it's like a 3-foot wide corridor
Yeah.
behind them
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
that's
So,
like cut into the wall.
and,
As
and
you
I,
kind of peer through, kind of making your way cautiously along, keeping your eyes out for like skeletons and bullets and things like this that might be flushed out of the wall or something, What you actually find is not just a little spy hole, which there is a little spy hole for each room, but there's also a little door that you can open from the inside to get into each of these rooms. Unsure if it's used for the nefarious purpose that you guys are insinuating,
Or stealing stuff, maybe.
or
For service.
I mean, for just generally nasty.
maybe also it could be for getting the jump on someone that you had lured in as a guest to their castle or whatever.
Well, I would be familiar with that, I'm sure.
But it does go all the way along. So in theory, you could use this on this side to get to the remaining guest
Rooms.
suites that you hadn't gotten to because of the bullet previously.
Oh. Well, the bullet and... Or
Cleared
Kill
out
the
the skeletons.
Okay.
Cleared them out.
Kill the skeletons.
All right, well, I'll tell everybody that and just, yeah, it's an opportunity maybe in the future. But for now, eye on the prize.
I kind of see why Matt liked to stand up. It kind of feels good.
Yeah.
No, you
When I ran
and
games,
honestly,
when I
we
run
are
one
also
shots, I always
like
stood up.
This
in
is fun.
trance. Like we're like, oh, we're gonna listen to Justin. We have to listen to the DM.
Yeah, I think that we can double back this way after we get the pumps going because a little more money might be good.
Drina did imply that it would take like a full day basically for the pumps to restore enough pressure to the system.
Oh,
Fine.
Sounds like we have time.
Perfect.
All right, I'll sneak along here.
Day stuck in here.
Joy.
Those were
That was
her-
definitely in Winry's voice.
Yeah, 100%.
Is
Everyone
coming
coming?
along?
If you're finding no traps in the hallway, then
I'm
sure.
feeling bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think at least Bryn
I'll
and I
kinda
are gonna
take
be
up- I'll
around
take
the
up-
corner.
I'll take up the rear, just so that. Yeah.
Winry kind of caught in the middle at first, then follows Rev.
Is she doing so stealthily? Is she gonna sneak up on me again?
No, not sneak up on anyone's
I think I'm
gear.
right. I'll be back further, but I'm gonna.
Okay.
There's a lot of shoes
I'll
down the
sneak
hall.
out.
That's
I'll
why
sneak
that's why it's door.
and take a look at what's going on behind this
Okay.
door.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Just lay down flat on the floor. So
12 plus
24.
24.
Peering into the next room, I need to grab some stoofs. I actually have that.
Stoof.
Just want to make sure of what I had. Oh crap, I did need that tile. I used the wrong one for this. Pardon. Whoop. I know it looks the same, but it's different crap on the back.
Oh, that's terrifying.
What you see inside is a strange room. A little bit different than you might have imagined. But there is a small room with what appears to be a small stream flowing through the back of it and some equipment on the side. The other thing that you notice as you go look into this room is that there are a handful of skeletons that stand between you and a huge piece of machinery that looks to have once been a pump. 3 of the guards wear armor adorned with black enamel and silver skulls. A similar skeleton that you guys have seen with the eyes that are lit up red and fiery.
Oh shoot.
The 4th one, who appears to command the others, wears a hooded black robe and wields a staff made of iron, with a long skeleton. With the long skeleton of a snake embedded in it. This one also, surprisingly, is a knoll, whereas the other ones are skeletons.
Oh.
Like it's a
Not
no
a
skeleton or it's a knoll?
Skeleton
It
of
is a knoll.
It is a knoll, not a skeleton of a knoll. Got it.
He has a skeleton.
Does
No,
But it's
in
a
his
knoll
staff.
skeleton.
In his staff.
Oh,
Correct.
okay.
Yeah, he does have a
Okay.
skeleton within his
And
his
he's
skin.
right
It's
there.
so big.
What?
It doesn't feel so big when it's just on a 2D map.
I think it's because it's by Rev
fun.
and he's so little.
Really puts Rev in.
Perspective.
Now,
As the door is partially ajar, Rev, you can hear this knoll who is looking towards his skeletons, who are looking away from you, towards him. And he says, kind of speaking to them, as though inspiring them almost, says, "So long as we stand," barking the leader, "the castle's heart shall not beat."
Sounds like a challenge.
before we progress, just feel like there's been a lot of confusion with this. The red-eyed skeletons.
No fire.
No fire.
No necrotic, right? but everything else is fine.
I don't know if you said necrotic.
Necrotic is
Boosted.
Oh wait, we wrote it down.
it was in my
and,
notebook.
Fire and necrotic are both
Which I
boosted, but you
actively
just
chose
don't
not to
use
burn.
fire on these people because it heals them.
Right.
Okay. Does
You got the
the
fire-eyed
gnoll have a components pouch?
It's hard for you to tell in the little bit of the door that you have opened. If you risked it any further, you would fear that the gnoll might see that the door has opened.
This is not a very big space, Justin.
The skeletons do not have component pouches, if that makes
Why
your...
don't you make a bigger room?
Let me ask: is it 1-to-1 ratio here, or like is there space for me to move through these guys?
No, those are what they are.
Okay.
They are large, like they're medium-sized creatures. You are a small-sized creature.
And it
if
is
that
a
makes sense.
very small, tight room.
Yeah,
It
but
is a small room.
these. Oh, it's a very small
Yeah.
room. Wow.
That's like it.
How tall are ceilings?
The ceilings are just about 10 feet tall. The ceiling within there is slightly taller, especially when it goes out to the
Stream.
what would be a stream. I should say it is very low currently, but you can still just hear the trickle of water from within there. Which, if you remember, Drina had said that there was a big, huge rock that was blocking the waterway that she was going with her group to clear out.
Oh, okay.
Do I see any other entrances to the room?
Not besides the water
So-
stream and like the stream bed in the back
So,
and the door
yeah.
that you're looking at.
Theoretically, they're coming around.
So theoretically, they went this direction over here into a big area over here that she called the stables and the horse track.
Yes.
And there is a stream that comes from here and winds
Into
its
the
way
horse track.
down through the horse track area.
Okay.
So she's going in through the horse track area to remove the stone that's blocking in the middle of this waterway, part of the way up.
You gotta wonder how long these guys have been sitting here waiting for people to show up.
I mean, they have
He's been saying
an
this for
eternity.
weeks.
It's not like
So none of us know this though. Only Rev knows.
Yeah,
this.
I'm gonna slowly go back and say, are we all going back? Just to
Grab
talk?
me.
He grabs you by like your wrist and pulls you along.
Quietly, I'll just describe it's a very small room. Could really use some good spells that will take out a whole room.
I can try hypnotic pattern. It's worked well before.
I could do flame strike.
Can you do that?
Yeah, 60 feet. It's a 10-foot area. So it hit 3 of them. Oh, nope. Flame strike is fired.
I was almost going to say
So
Right.
Never mind, guys.
part,
So,
part
I can-
radiant, part
Would have been
fire.
an oopsie daisy.
we can do what we did with fucking I don't remember his name. Where you sneak down, flip the door open, and I shoot a spell down.
That's probably what we will do.
The only problem is if like these guys are affected and he's not, we don't have a great way of getting to him.
Nope.
But what we can do is focus fire on this guy, then that guy, then that guy, and then get to him.
We can still hit them with hypnotic pattern.
you could still also line up here or something in case things don't work perfectly and we just run in.
Yeah.
And since I'm small, I couldn't necessarily go through enemies' spots, even medium.
Unless you have something that lets you.
I think you can. I think 2 sizes bigger than you.
Yes.
Mm.
Correct.
Yeah.
If there are 2
I think
sizes
that's
bigger
true
than
for
yes.
anybody though.
You can hide behind something that's medium of size, but you can't go through unless they're large, I think.
Should we do it?
Should
What
I...
are you going to use for magic pattern?
Hypnotic pattern, but yes.
Dramatic pattern.
One
I
of the
can
patterns
class
that I-
only-
It might look chromatic,
colorful.
but it's hypnotic.
I'll try not to look. I don't want to get snared in that.
That's
I can
very
cast...
wise.
before we go in... It's 1 minute. Or before this all goes down, when everybody's in position, I'm going to cast Bless on Rev, Myetharia, and Winry.
And what about that thing that makes us, faster, more vigilant?
Oh, yes. That's a great idea. I was just...
Well put.
Maybe a blessing of some kind.
Whenever when we started this campaign, I had like a list of like who I had given it to, and I'm just like, oh crap, I gotta do that. Give it to
I think I was last.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Rev.
Very well. All right, so I'll sneak back to the door and prepare to kick it open.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
I thought you were looking at the gigantic pieces.
All right, this time
Monster
it's a
pieces for a
20
second.
You're also
Like, what are
blessed.
you doing?
Yes. So
Oh.
you get
Plus 4.
Oh wait, is bless in
no
ability
saves.
checks? Saves and attack rolls, right?
Yeah, attack rolls.
Oh, okay. And then it's 12.
20.
Oh, 20.
I was gonna say 12?
12 plus 8.
From you?
You rolled a
You
You only have
zero.
you have a plus 4.
Yeah, that would have been. I can literally never roll a 12. Yeah.
Okay, you make it up to the door. It seems like they don't know that you're there, at least currently, especially with the them all
Do you
still
need
being
to
on
be
the
in
other
line
side of
or
a
closer?
closed door at this
Oh
point. in
yeah,
time.
I need to be in front of everybody.
You then also need to make a stealth check. If you're coming within or down that
She can
hallway
make
at
what she
all, you
wants.
do need to
Well,
make
let me see what the range.
How far
is.
down the hall do we
How
need to
far?
be to
Yeah.
not to be practical?
tell
No, I can be.
Fine.
I can be at the end of the hall.
Fine.
It's a 120-foot range,
Okay.
so I
should
can
be
just peek
here.
around.
He's within, within 120
Can
foot.
you see them though, or do you just
Rev will have to open it and get to the side. Yes.
Get to the side, duck.
That's that, I guess.
I don't want to be that far back. I was here, so 5,
You will have to roll a
5,
stealth
10,
check.
15,
Yeah,
20,
don't.
25, 30. But we were already there, and he didn't have us make a
No,
stealth
he
check.
just moved us around so that we were close
Yeah.
to each other.
I didn't move anything.
I was moving people around.
He didn't
He
move anybody
would've
around,
got- he
and
would've
he
gone
didn't
all
say
the
we
way
had to
around.
move stealth
Yeah.
check where we were.
Alright.
If you start coming down the hallway, I'm going to make you roll it. I'll put it that way.
Alright.
All right. So when he comes back and talks to us, I'll cast bless and have him run
Yep.
and go.
Okay.
So it lasts a minute.
So
I pull
peeking
out.
open the door.
I'm not peeking anymore. I'm kicking it open.
What?
I'm kicking it open.
Kicking it open.
Oh, no stealth. Never mind.
Well, no, I'm stealth,
Yeah,
I'm
stealth
up to
stealthing
there.
up
Yep.
to it, and then bam, and
Boots
it
into
like.
it.
Well, I'm looking at Jack to make sure
And dodging out of the
I
way.
give him a look.
You going to hop to the side or are you
Yeah.
going to stay right in the way?
So I'm gonna bam and hop, like that.
Perfect.
I'll say, shut your eyes, Rev. Don't look at it. Just like this. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Tear, like a single tear, is like.
Kicks open the door. Bang! It opens.
With parallax in hand, I point into the room and fire a hypnotic pattern into the room.
I'm not sure if I
It's a 30-foot cube, so I unfortunately don't think that Rev can get out of it. Unless he can get some kind of advantage for hiding.
He has
his eyes,
a
'cause he knows
D4.
it's
Well, not even here. Maybe
Does
here.
it?
It's a 30-foot cube from the point of origin.
Does it require? It should require line of sight to the point of origin, or no? That's how normally spells would
You
work.
can. So yeah, you can
No.
set it here.
Inside a 30-foot cube within range.
So
I would say typically how spells work is that you target a point and then it goes out from there as long as it has line of sight from the point that you targeted.
So if you
Yeah,
set
sure.
it
So
here,
it won't wrap around walls. Like Fireball doesn't go around a wall like that.
Oh,
That's
so you think I can
sick.
drop it here and then?
As long as Rev has jumped off to the side while opening the door, then yes, I would say that it would not affect him.
So
Alright.
instead of like a fire blast, it's like
Color blast.
neon lights and everything going like.
You
like,
hide, and from
I'm like-
your point
I'm
of
like
view,
this.
it's like a rave
Yes,
just blacks
exactly.
out
Yeah.
the door. You're like,
Exactly. So similar with the Fireball though, like if you dropped it in the back, you'd see the flames go shooting out the door, but they wouldn't like wrap around the door and
Yeah.
hit everything else there too. They come out in a blast. So
That's sick. That's cool.
I picture for whatever reason the hypnotic pattern this time is giant unicorns. And just a giant unicorn just like
As you
swishes
do,
its
yeah.
way out the door past you. It's like
You, Rob, has been
It's
surrounded by
Nell.
unicorns for the past day.
It's no.
Yeah, sure, I like that.
Aww.
So they all need to make wisdom saving throws.
all right, what's the DC?
16.
All right, skeleton.
Nope. None of them.
None of them. And then the knoll at the back. Oh, he does succeed.
dang. I was saying,
son of a
excuse us,
bitch.
excuse us. We
wait
just
a
go and
second.
fix it and then close the door
Wait a second.
and leave it for
One
free
moment.
Lauren.
One moment. Just closing this.
Why can't I find anything? What's the spell I'm looking for?
Silvery
Justin?
barbs.
Silvery barbs. I'll use that. Let's
What's
see.
the range?
Shit, 60 foot.
Oh.
Can't do it.
For what?
30, 35, 40, 45,
Unless you-
50, 55,
Unless
60.
you allow me to run
Yeah,
out, but
65,
I can't.
70,
It doesn't
yeah,
matter. I
70,
can't even
you're
get
just
there.
70 feet. Yeah.
So no, you can barely see them, but you can see all the skeletons who were looking at the knoll. Don't even like the door cracks open. They're like, "Oh," and then they look back this way for just a brief moment to look at their knoll friend, and as they do so, boom, pattern, and they're just like, ooh, they're like zone out, and like waver back and forth. The knoll at the far side looks at them. Like, hey, fools! And at that point, we are going to roll some initiative.
All right, it's with advantage, right?
Yours is.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hey!
Still not good.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Milo.
Milo, what are you doing? Oh, do you want your food? He might want his food.
Yeah, his food is
Oh,
up
he
there.
can't get to his runway. Is that you, Becca?
It is.
Well, a couple of them were me.
No, that was a cat.
I did a couple of them.
How are we gonna do
He
initiative
didn't. I was
order?
just
Are we
mimicking
gonna-
him. That's all.
Ooh.
You got a
That's better than
good
my
old
0.
fashioned pen and paper. Gotta love it.
Oh, I thought it was an 18. It's
No,
10.
it's a 10.
I rolled a 10, but I have a 15, so.
Oh, it's
All
a
right.
pad of paper. I love it.
It is.
Go old school.
All right, so 20s. Anybody 20 or above?
Nope.
All right.
No, I got that.
It's kind of like blood splatter. Yeah.
15 to 20.
15.
16, and
Was
Rev
this
got 17.
Yep.
So Rev, me, Myetharia. Rev, Jack, Myetharia.
16.
Cassie, is that a 1? No.
I rolled better than you. That's not good.
Okay. Bryn?
10.
I guess there's disadvantages to declaring your love for some member of the party.
Wow, yeah.
She's
Right before
distracted.
going in
She's
battle.
distracted.
What's your one? Is it a 5?
She's like, oh my god. She turns around. Oh my gosh, Jack, it looks so good.
You did so great.
Oh my god.
Nice spell.
You're
Well, I
magic,
should probably
Jack.
mark off this spell.
That would be wise.
All right.
Agree.
Hey, Steph, can you make me one when I'm done with this?
From the far side of the room,
So I don't know how to.
you can hear the knoll shout, "You fool, idiot, bumbling fools!" And he will step forward. He's going to use his action to shake one of them. Say, "You idiot, go get them!" And then he's going to step around the corner where you guys won't be able to see him.
Love it.
Oh, good.
Put your arms up. Put your arms
Rev, you are second.
Man, what a bummer.
Yeah, you rolled like a boss. Well, I guess we only rolled okay.
Yeah.
You beat
I
a
rolled
7.
great,
You beat a
guys.
17 at least.
We've discussed this spell before, right? So
Yep.
I would know if attacking
No.
one of these guys would wake them up.
It
Yes.
definitely will, but they are incapacitated, so you'll get advantage on the attack.
And he did just shake one.
I think
That's right.
because they're incapacitated, it won't be a crit.
So technically, I will say he shook the one that's right in front of the door on purpose.
This
Oh,
one.
shot. Check
Yes.
this guy?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
Because,
And that's easy.
because that is the one that is,
most important.
in the way.
Yeah.
So. I was about to play the game. Oh, hush.
Do I know if skeletons can like hear and stuff?
Yes. They're not like, they don't, they do respond to audio stimulus.
Okay.
How about that? As a very safe answer.
Like
The
He is
Null's like,
telling-
I know you can't hear me, but fool!
He is telling them what to do vocally, so
Man,
could probably assume that.
there's just no environmental stuff here to work with.
Yeah.
It's hack and slash.
You also don't get advantage anyway.
You could just
They just are incapacitated.
disengage and then
They don't-
that would be
Okay.
tricky.
So
Or
You're
it
gonna
means they don't have
hold until-
action to react.
then I'm gonna
Winry
step
runs
here and just go ahead and give him an attack since I might as well now that I'm here.
Hold your action.
Let's see, that's I believe
18, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how to find my. I'm not really used to this thing yet.
Actions.
Okay, actions.
Rapier.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not just 18. It's
21.
21.
21 does hit.
And then
I was going to use. We'll do this map.
so that
By
is
hand
11.
I was going to use the map, but then I was like, I don't know.
That's 11 damage.
Very nice.
And then
You're gonna try
I'm
to
gonna use-
help on that tiny piece of paper too.
You want a bigger one?
N-
Rob can rip you out a piece of paper there,
Cool.
Justin.
Whole big boy.
And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 7, right? 35 divided by 5.
Yeah.
So 1.
We could just do diagonal. 1.
No, because I need
Or
to
just
attack
count by
him.
Oh,
five.
yeah, you're right.
At 5, 10, 15.
7. And then bonus action, dice. 1, 2,
Dice.
3, 4, 5, 6,
He's going back to the lift, guys.
7.
Like, I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
Then I'm going to say, they're on their way. Let's try to blast them. And that, I believe, is my turn.
Alright.
Jack.
I will kind of step this way to clear the hallway for everyone else to get around.
Okay.
And as I do, still pointing down the hall with Parallax, I'm going to fire off some Eldritch Blasts.
Go for it.
Baby.
Pa, 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 pa.
He's so cute.
19.
Very adorable.
19.
Does
19 does hit.
Does Parallax do that when you do it? Does he get like? Does he give a little like? Oh, it feels good.
No, he isn't like that much of a creeper quite.
Oh, okay.
17.
17
Sort
does
of
not.
that creepy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Am I blessed? No.
no, I did it today.
And 19 again.
19 does hit.
Okay.
2 hits.
So this guy takes
Nice.
9 plus 8 is 17.
Nice.
Takes 17 damage and he's blasted 20 feet back.
But you're gonna knock out the
So
other
hopefully knocking this guy. Oh shit, you're right. Well, it doesn't matter.
guy. Maybe this is way low in the
Really, the hypnotic pattern was going for an all
all or
or
nothing.
nothing. So at this point, let's
Okay.
just do it.
I will say, slams backwards into his friend. We'll knock them each back 1.
Okay.
Because it like is heavy at that
Absorb some
point.
damage.
And go ahead and roll a d6.
Absorbs.
Absorbed.
2.
Nice.
It also did waste the Knoll's turn.
It did. This is true. Very true.
The first skeleton, as it slams into his friend, it collapses to the ground in a ruinous state. The second one bounces backwards and is just able to catch himself and stable himself before he falls backwards. He's able to stay upright, though, before falling in, doesn't fall into the waterway.
Okay, so the one I shot falls to like a pile of bones.
Yep.
And this guy just gets hit a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, is that what the D6 was?
Yep.
Okay.
That was incidental collision damage.
Makes sense. So as I, from Parallax, shoot off the hypnotic pattern and then also Eldritch Blasts, I imagine there's like a little bit of like maybe smoke trailing off the tip. And after seeing him fall to pieces, I'm going to say to Parallax, in my mind, so no one else can hear it,
First.
you aren't just a talking sword. Talking swords don't give people powers like this. What are you?
Give it us right here,
Is
right
this
now.
really the time?
Right now?
That's literally the answer. Perhaps this is not the time to ask.
And then I think that's it.
Perfect.
Boy.
Myetharia.
Yeah. I'm gonna take out my bow.
Bow is known to be very good against skeletons.
That was sarcasm.
Along with her
in case you
fire.
couldn't read it.
Oh.
How about you run up and try and get the knoll?
Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
really would take my action to get there.
She can't get there. Oh, they're asleep.
Ouch.
Did not think that was going to happen.
Yeah, no,
I
it
did.
wouldn't be far enough. 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Did you just
35.
say I did?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw something at you.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna go with
Is that in a fit or in a sleep?
5, 10,
Okay.
15.
You sleep in a chair.
Oh.
I will go up 15 feet, and then with my
Okay.
bow, I'm going to shoot the guy who did get knocked a bit.
Are you going to move yourself?
I did. Right.
That's
that is
Jack.
bow.
That's
Yep,
Jack.
yep. Okay. We're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20 then. Actually, we'll go 25.
Yes, sir.
Cool. That is
tracks.
that is
And
6.
mine. And mine.
Wait.
Yep, add a d4.
18 to hit.
We never seen the flash.
Does
We
hit.
see the flash. This is great.
Excellent.
Yeah, the last time we did this, it was before you were married.
Yeah.
That is a whole
And before any of us had
whopping
kids.
9 piercing damage.
Okay. The
More-
arrow
more
pierces
longer than
into
10
the
years.
skeleton, which, not being of flesh, makes it a bit less effective. But it does kind of scrape the bones and rattle around a little bit.
Not anything.
It does
Yep.
stick into him.
Half
Makes him
damage,
vibrate a
half
little
damage.
It
He
says
just
on
kinda-
the bone chunks.
Kind of looks down at it like, the heck?
All right.
It
Second.
sticks out of him.
Second arrow. That's another 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
You're welcome.
My
What
18
can I
would have
say?
hit. Oh,
So-
max. There we go. 11 to hit.
11 damage.
11 damage, sorry.
Very nice. Again, pierces in. Does a little bit of damage. Not a lot.
Should have kept the other one. Just for funsies. Cool for funsies. 3 plus 9. 12 to hit.
12 does not hit. This
That's
time
my
he's
bad.
able to get the shield up and deflects it easily. After getting pelted with 2, looking a little bit confused, the third one he's like, alright, fine, I'll block this.
Putting the bow away, taking out the sword. And I think that's all. I think that's all. Yep. Just standing ready for them to come down the hallway.
Alright. Bryn, you're up next.
Okay, what's the rule about shooting through my friends?
It is more difficult.
Can I ask while you're lining this up, what does it look like, Myetharia, that you're standing there waiting for them to attack? Like, so you've got them kind of at the side, like, ready to go? You do,
Yes.
like, one of these, like, balance one blade on top of the other or something like that?
Oh, like
I
this.
can't see this.
I'll put them crossed like
Okay.
this. Just
Like you're ready to go. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
This is
I like how we
why-
describe things and our viewers just have no idea. But
It's
you know
for
what?
us.
We're having fun. Yeah,
It's for us.
It's for us.
And for Sir Skellington. If you're still listening, we love you. If you're not, I understand. It's totally my fault.
No.
Well, this is just poo-poo. Because I can't see this guy.
Yes, you can.
I can't?
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
You might have a little bit of partial cover, but you can see him.
Case.
Alright. I'm gonna.
If you want, I can get out like a string and really have some fun.
That'd be you
Get a
having
ruler,
fun,
just
not
get a
me.
ruler. Just
I'm
Line
going
of
to
sight.
do Sacred Flame, Dex 17.
Oh,
Yeah,
if it's a
see, please,
save,
we're recorded.
you don't have to worry about line of sight as much. That's for if you're shooting a projectile past somebody.
Okay.
As long as you can see them at all, you can make a to save attack against them.
Well, I wasn't originally going to do that, so
Okay, well,
thank you.
you're welcome. Dex saving throw for the skeleton. That's a natural 2.
All right.
we call them skeletons now instead of skelly boys.
The skeleton boy.
17 damage.
Ooh, very
I rolled 2 8s and a 1.
Radiant damage, right?
Radiant damage.
Fortunately, the radiant damage does not do anything.
But he's
I
a
thought you
skeleton!
Dad!
Pokemon rules!
He's a special skeleton who has been empowered in some way.
Pokemon rules, Justin.
Not the end of your
He is looking very bad after that. It's like after the 2 arrows, he's feeling a little cocky, but the blazing fire that roasts him afterwards, like using those 2 arrows as like locating devices.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Follows up and
bursts this
Nice.
the 2
radiant
arrows that
flame.
hit, it
Yeah,
hits
yeah.
those and then just engulfs him.
Yeah,
Nice.
Well, I like
bursting
I love it.
radiant flame out from him. He looks real rough afterwards, but he is still standing, just about.
That's all done.
He got hit like once from the Eldritch Blast.
Unless
Eldritch
I
Blast,
can-
and
yeah.
that guy crumpled. No, this guy
Bonus
got hit by
action
the
damage.
Eldritch Blast and just
Rev
crumpled.
also.
Oh, This other
I
guy
also
got
know.
hit.
Rev
Oh,
also
oh,
knows.
you did. Oh, you did.
Just a little bit.
Just a
little
bit
bit.
6.
How hard would a feat be for
I don't know how many.
A what?
I'm saying.
It's 7.
How hard is what?
No.
would a bonus
11.
a feat for a bonus action dash be?
Pretty tough.
Yeah.
That's like a class.
It's called multi-classing rogue, and you can't do it.
You just need to let Cora die.
I can teach you.
So it'll be way easier, right, Justin?
Ooh.
You could, but it will not be easy.
Like, huh, you're real slow in that arm.
You're so loud.
What if he took the armor off?
Easy, bro.
You can't do it in person.
I heard a story once, and you can never take your armor off.
That's a throwback.
Aw.
I heard that story.
Yeah, Finn.
You tell
Tell
him, Vinny. Anything else on your turn, Bryn?
No, I'm all done.
Okay.
I can move him.
Yeah, go ahead and shamble that one guy right up in front. Nope, inside the door.
Oh, here?
Yep.
Okay.
Block the door.
He will then raise up his shield in a defensive posture and
that
try
prick.
to defend.
Someone chooses to do that, Justin.
He just
Does.
did.
Just
That
did.
just happened.
Winry. It's you.
Gotta run across to the moon and back.
We left enough room for you.
She runs up, bops him on the head, and then runs away again.
I have to use
Your key points.
Feel
The
agility.
wind. Or feel agility.
feline agility.
Where'd the pizza wind up?
In the fridge.
Punch.
Go for it. Make an attack.
What do you want?
I think he wants the sausage and pepper.
With disadvantage.
16.
16 does not hit. Disadvantage because you took the dodge action
Gotcha.
on your turn.
Punch again.
Go for it.
You're blessed.
Yeah, and before.
No,
Do it.
she had 5 first. So
Yeah.
she would have to do 5 plus whatever.
But you
11.
did 6. Your
Plus
total
5.
was 16.
16.
So she
16.
rolled a d4.
Oh yeah, roll a d4.
Actually,
There we
before I
go.
add that,
There's you.
20.
See, you're welcome.
20 does hit.
Wow.
Now I can't remember what I
Bless,
rolled
man.
before though.
What
Oh,
a
yeah.
spell.
The sacred flame like turns into a target.
15.
She sees it.
Ooh.
Could you knock that skeleton over, please?
Yay!
Pow! The
No,
next
you-
one.
No, I moved him.
There you go,
It's like, go to bed.
Shut up, Warrior. You do see
Oh,
Noel
honey.
within the room. He just kind of ducked around the corner.
He's hiding behind the skeleton.
Oh, next one has not added disadvantage, I'm guessing.
Oh, he
Yes,
still
it
is.
is.
oh boy.
Before.
Wait, what? This guy is at
It's
disadvantage?
He's cut.
Oh, actually.
He doesn't have any
But this one's a
actions.
3.
Oh, but on his turn, he might have needed to save.
I think that one's cost, but
Actually,
not
okay,
that you
yeah,
could roll
it's
much
definitely-
lower than a 3
It's definitely
because
cocked.
it's disadvantage.
No,
16 to hit.
they don't get a saving roll.
Saving roll. Saving throw.
Yeah, they don't get to
Oh,
retry.
that's good.
So
Steph.
he's incapacitated, but all that means
like a
is he
blueberry
can't
muffin.
move or
Correct.
take
Yeah,
actions
it's-
or reactions.
yep. So not a disadvantage for that one. Sorry.
Oh.
Roll it. Just start over. Just make a roll. That's not good.
But he's
Can't
not
roll
defending.
lower than a
13.
Yeah, but,
Correct, but
14.
he is not. He is only incapacitated, which means he can't
Go away.
actively attack
Yeah.
back.
yeah.
But he isn't stunned. Like he's not unconscious.
Hey, last time.
He's
He
still
doesn't-
like defending himself. He just
doesn't
can't
get it.
actively
put it away.
attack.
Just put it
Go
away.
away.
Just put it away. Just put
Natural 1.
Okay, that was attack 3, right?
It was.
Can I, oh, no, that's my bonus action. Never mind. Disengage. That's bonus action. Nope. I
You don't have to. He can't
stay
take
right here.
actions or reactions because you didn't hit him. So he can't attack you back anyway.
Oh, wait, that might change now she hit.
She did hit him.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
Shit, is a huge.
All set, Winry? Okay. Ryan, could you move the knoll back to his original spot? One up from that. Where is it? There you go.
I
Perfect.
think God knows what's
Do you? What do you think's going to happen?
I think he's gonna raise those skeletons back up.
Incorrect. Instead,
Happy
you
to be
see
incorrect.
in his eyes, briefly, they were normal at first, And he steps back around the corner, and you can see this flame starting to work in his eyes
that's
for a
not
moment as he steps around the corner. He says, "You shall not start the heart!" And he throws his hands forward with a blaze of flame coming out
No,
from
I didn't
him.
go back far enough.
And I couldn't find the
No,
long
you
flame
didn't.
that I could have sworn was here. But roasting this section right here is a wall of fire that erupts out from him.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Along the wall, facing towards the hallway, roasting all 4 of you within its area.
Shit.
You and you have
Yes,
D4 for
D4.
saving throw.
If you could please, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Why?
Fuck, man.
I always look like I have something to add.
Is blessed a concentration?
Hey!
It is.
It
So
is.
after
you
this,
go-
you would have it.
It
for,
would be for this.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You
So
also
roll your
do have it
D4.
right
Well, I
now.
don't need to. I'm
No.
Roll a D4.
the only person that's like not in that
Yeah,
hole.
you're
right now.
totally fine. You're halfway back home. I roll a 20.
Very nice.
I rolled a 15.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Very
find my.
nice.
There it is.
Also-
There it is.
18.
There it is. Saving throws.
Look at everybody.
Dexterity saving throw is a 23.
Wow.
Everybody succeeds.
I had less.
on it.
Nice rolls,
I
everybody.
had less. I only rolled a 13. No.
It's all that blessed.
So everyone succeeds, but you do still take half damage on it.
Yeah.
So-
Which is not that bad. You don't take any. You
No
don't.
damage.
You are evading. The other 3 of you do take 11 points of
Okay,
fire
that's
damage.
Not 110, Becca. Here we go.
That's 11.
11.
Go ahead and make a concentration check, please, Bryn.
Yes. Do a con save.
Yes.
Just the 10.
I got it. 12 plus 3. 15.
Oh, but I didn't.
Okay, so hypnotic pattern falls on that skeleton.
On
Yes.
that one guy.
One remaining guy.
Hey, there was still one, guys.
There was.
Come on.
Alright, that is. Actually, you can do one other thing on his turn.
Joy.
No,
Look at
he can't.
him. How special.
He will look at who is the most convenient. Myetharia, you're probably the most convenient. Just straight ahead down the hallway. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, please.
With a D4. Wait, yes, with a D4.
Yes.
Good. Not helpful. That is a 17.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You do save.
Oh, good.
You start to feel in your chest, your heart rhythm slows as though it's trying to stop.
Oh.
No. But your adrenaline pushes through and you're able to stay with it and able to keep moving. No worries.
What do you know for? Was it slow?
It wasn't slow, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's something special.
Oh, okay. That's why you said no. You have no fucking
It's like,
idea what
no.
you're talking
Don't
You
even-
don't know what this
Don't
is.
even try to guess.
Please don't. Yep, Rev, it is you. You come around the corner. There's a gigantic wall of flame in front of you.
Is it still
But I
going?
cannot see.
Yeah.
I cannot see through it.
No, so
you can.
you
So
can.
the wall of flame is not a blocking sight. Yeah, it's going right along the edge of the wall, but it is hot throughout the entire section here.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my crossbow. Bonus action, draw my crossbow. Can I shoot through this square?
You can, but it will be more difficult from the need to avoid Myetharia.
Okay, then I'm going to do that anyway. Good luck, Myetharia. Hope
I'm
you
ducking
don't
from the
get hit.
flame anyways, so. Just don't roll a 1, man.
I'm still blessed,
I
correct?
don't
Yes.
do that anyway. I don't do fumbles hit your own party. Just feels bad.
I appreciate that. So bonus action, draw my
Yep.
thing, and
Yep. Load up the crossbow, take a shot down the hallway.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That is.
yeah, that's not enough to hit. I think it's only 11. No, 12. No, 13.
11. No,
Fortunately, we don't do
No,
fumbles or anything. But no, the shot goes just past Myetharia, but in order
Actually,
to...
you know what? Can I do a precision strike?
You could if you want.
I'm gonna do precision strike.
Is
No,
that
we said-
melees, actually.
I don't think so.
I'll just double check that.
Maybe
And
features.
it'll either
features
say
and traits.
when you make a weapon attack or a melee attack.
Yeah, let me just tell you. When you make a weapon attack
Alright,
roll.
then yes, you can. You can make a precision strike if you'd like to.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
D8, which is
I don't think I got burned.
Still my ears.
So what was that again? I said that was 13
Yes.
plus 6 is 19.
19 is actually exactly what you would have needed
Nice.
to make this shot while avoiding Myetharia down the hallway.
Nice work.
And so, just at the last second,
You guys work together so much.
you had a hard
Yeah.
time finding just the right angle,
That's
looking past. But then Myetharia moves just the right amount. You're able to wanted shot,
Like
just
wincing
next
from
to
the
her,
flame.
I was able
right
to
next to her
predict.
thigh.
Knowing Mytharia's fighting style, I was able to predict how she was going to move in that moment.
And it moved Myetharia feels it graze across her thigh as it goes past, and then catches the knoll right in the chest on the far side of the room.
Okay, so I gotta see how much damage.
Does it
to
reach
roll.
my thigh and his chest at the same time?
Because you're 40 feet away from him. It can continue to go up past you.
Oh, that's
you're
true. Oh,
jumping
that's true. It's the
backwards to get
trajectory
away from
of a
fire.
3-foot tall person.
Yeah.
I see. I'm like, how does that work?
I said it was wanted. You just curved it down
Yeah.
and around.
He bent.
I'm bending the bullet.
Bending.
He's like,
To graze your
To be
thigh.
fair, if anyone could, Rev could.
yeah.
It was intentional. He wanted to graze the thigh on the way past.
Of course.
It
yeah.
was
It's
all
Honestly-
behind you.
It's all
Hit the
style.
wrong
Mine is
person.
better.
Needs to remind you that
Honest.
he's always dangerous.
All right, 10 damage,
10 damage. You got it.
and
He does have to make a concentration check on that, actually.
Nice. Nice.
Yes.
Feel it, Justin. Feel it.
You have nowhere to roll.
I can't read it.
Can't
online.
read it. I think it's a
a
1.
natural
What?
one.
Oh!
Those
Steve Holt.
embossed dice would
It-
make it really hard to read from this distance.
It is a natural one. And so the wall of flame, as soon as it comes up, basically, is immediately cast back down
nice.
by a single crossbow.
It was like
bolt to the
a
chest.
move that we actually planned. We all ducked it, and then Rev came out and shot over us to hit the guy who took his concentration.
And I am gonna move back there and done.
Hide back around the corner. Perfect. Jack, it's you up next.
5, 10,
Die.
15, 20, 25. I'm going to get there.
Jumps over you.
Scooches past you.
It's good fast.
3 more Eldritch Blasts.
Keep
At
going.
Mr. Knoll. That's a lot.
17 plus stuff.
25. That's not a lot. 13. And
Nice.
that's a lot. That's
25.
I rolled
17,
the
75.
first time I rolled one number, lower number, and then that number again. I just did it again. So 18 for that, or
2 hits.
25.
2 hits, 1 miss.
2 hits.
This is
7
force damage, right?
plus
Yeah.
15 damage, and he is pushed 20 feet back.
This is force damage, correct?
Yes, it is force damage. I apologize.
I want to look at my map a second just to make sure what's going on over here.
Make sure it's the right number of distance.
Okay, so 15 that's for both hits.
Yeah, I rolled pretty bad.
Go ahead and roll me. We'll say 2d6. So I can't map this perfectly.
Yeah.
But there is effectively a giant water wheel in the water back there.
Oh, okay.
And you're slamming him up
Smashing
against it.
5.
Just as long as you don't break the water wheel.
So it'd be 20 total.
We need that.
I'll take
We've
it.
got mend probably, but I mean,
He does
no,
get
no, we don't.
he
have
does
that.
get smushed back against
Right.
it, thrown backwards by these eldritch blasts,
Oh,
and
damage
smacks
is
up against
minimal.
it and comes landing
Good.
back onto his feet on the walkway before the water. And it's just this is not going well. As he's looking down the hallway.
I'm going to move
Does he mumble that to himself?
5
No, he
feet
doesn't.
back. And as I do, again, firing all those out of parallax, I say again, well, I don't say again. No, it's good. It's on, I think it's on hold, so you shouldn't be able to do anything. I believe that now is as good a time as any. What do you get out of this deal?
We'll see. If he gets a turn, we might hear more about it.
He gets a turn.
Parallax?
Paralyzed gets a turn.
Oh, I thought you were talking to the knoll.
talking to
Sorry.
Parallax.
I thought you were talking to the knoll.
Sorry.
What do you get out of it?
Suddenly, this was about to get real interesting.
He's a
You start rolling initiative for Parallax.
Hold on, everybody. I need to make a few rolls.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh.
What do you get out of it? I get hands. I get impetus.
Alright. Alright.
Not literal hands, just yours.
I get it.
Sorry, when he
Alright.
first said
Yeah.
hands, that's what I thought.
Collecting
Yeah,
them.
Little hands.
little hand sprout from the sword. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, they bust out of the
Like
the guard,
The cross guard.
the cross guard. There's like little fingers. They wrap around your hand on there.
It just locks your hand into the hilt. That's a curse item.
If
That's
that
a curse
actually
item.
happened, I'd be like, nope.
You couldn't cast
You
it
can't
away.
let go of it.
One too many.
I-
others fly.
Yeah, I'm
I know.
actually keeping track of how many times you do it.
What's the number at? I'd love to know. Who's next in initiative?
I
would know
am.
that.
I
Mytharia.
am.
Then I will say, no, I'm not. My focus is on asking parallax questions.
In the middle of this time.
So
Yeah,
that's,
right.
That's my turn.
Right, yeah.
Mytharia.
Excellent. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm hitting that guy.
Okay.
With
He
my
does have
swords.
partial cover because of the wall. You're attacking through a doorway that is, while open, it's awkward to swing your sword around the corner. That is not saying you can't
I
do it.
just
I'm
wanna
saying
add
that he
that.
is
I
slightly
don't roll
more
well
difficult.
enough to do it. That's my sign. My sign is saying I don't roll well enough to do it.
I mean, I didn't say anything.
Whoa!
Oh no.
Oh, nice.
You were prepared.
I was ready for it.
That was a 16, right?
Did
This
you
wasn't a
catch it? What
6.
happened?
This wasn't a 6
No, she
initially.
didn't.
Oh.
Was this a 6 initially?
I think it
It's
was
always been a
shitty.
6.
I thought it was a 16.
No.
Oh gosh.
I think you just.
I'm seeing
hoping.
things. I was hoping, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, with sword, that is 20.
20 does hit,
Nice.
even with partial cover.
Excellent.
Nice.
These, because they're not lit. That is a 10 slashing damage.
Sure.
I'm never sure. Rob.
Slashing. Well, it doesn't matter
It's not
at this
piercing
point.
because it's not a rapier. It's
It's
slashing
fine at this
because
point
it's a short sword.
because it
Short
is
sword.
a magical weapon now.
Yes.
Your bow is not a magical
Not a
weapon,
magical
and
weapon.
therefore it does actually matter.
Excellent.
So 10 points of damage.
10
Got it.
points.
That was attack 1.
That was attack 1. Yes.
I'm going to wait to write this down until we
Oh
do more
joy.
attacks.
All right. Well, that is another 20, 21, 24.
Will it?
Yeah. Okay. Another 10 slashing.
Very nice. One more. You got 3 attacks.
I do, unless I want another one.
You've had
17,
3 attacks.
18.
But what about 4 attacks?
18.
18 does not hit,
All
unfortunately.
right, then bonus action. This one. Just for funsies. Yeah. Oops, no, wrong one.
You're not going to need to roll that. You do hit.
Go. Go.
Damage?
Damage is only a 9. Wait,
Oh, really?
wait. No, that's not right. Yeah, 9. Have I been doing the wrong amount of damage?
I don't know.
The other one was 12 because it's plus 6, not 10.
Probably.
Oh, okay. So 12, 12, and then 9.
Yes.
Perfect. With 3 slashes, I don't have to
Have it.
write down any hit points because, boom, third skeleton smashed to the
Wow,
ground.
just blasted.
Blasted through.
I want to pull up my thing. That's why.
That was fantastic.
There
She
we go.
sticks
Now
it
I have the
around the
numbers
corner.
up.
She's like,
Yeah, just kind of fiddles the sword around the corner
Rattles
a
his
little bit.
bones.
And then the
Rattles his
head
Do you have any
bones.
more movement or no?
No, that
Rock'em
was 20
Sock'em
feet.
Robot style, the head just goes flying up into the air.
oh, it's an Evil Dead
collapses.
movie where she's doing that. It's making him rattle, and then his head is going.
It was here, right? Yeah.
And then the
5,
skeleton
10,
just
15,
collapses
20,
underneath.
25,
Yeah.
30. Yeah. Yep, that's all I can do, and I cannot move. Excellent.
Blocking
Great.
the doorway.
I am
Perfect.
blocking
Love
the
it.
doorway.
Bryn,
Easy target.
it's Mytharia, right in front of
What do you expect?
you.
Bryn thinks for a second. If I shoot through Myetharia,
What are the odds that I just hit her and
I'm
our
gonna-
turmoil?
Winry's after me.
Typically.
Yep.
Typically.
I'm going to lob a guiding bolt.
I will preemptively duck after my turn.
You will have partial cover from Mytharia, but that is
Yeah.
Yes!
21.
fine. That's it.
Okay, 46. 1, 2, 3, 4.
curve.
What's the damage? Damage type?
Radiant.
Okay, thank you.
Flashlight.
Yeah. Myetharia, as you are close enough at this point.
Yes, bring it. Go ahead.
Give me a second. I'll tell you in a second.
10, 12 damage.
12
12 radiant damage, and he next attack gets advantage.
Perfect. As he's kind of lit up, and you're close enough to see it now, there is a strange, small, little orb that seems to be revolving around him slowly at all times.
What?
Okay. That sounds very familiar.
I mean, Jack doesn't know what it is.
Because he's
Rob
lit
knows what
up
it is.
suddenly, you can see like the shadow moving that you couldn't really
Sounds
discern
like-
before.
I know, I feel
Sounds
like
very
I know
familiar. Yeah. Maybe it's something from Critical
Roll.
Role. Yeah. Like a moat, but that can't be what it is. That's not,
Alright,
that's
I'm
not what it is.
Wait, I moved just 5.
There are no skeletons remaining.
15, 20. 30. It's behind the door.
Something routine.
So with no skeletons remaining, Winry, you are actually next now. You can make an intelligence check if you want.
Oh, It's
I can.
just me that's curious.
I can.
Okay.
Sure, go
Okay.
for it. We'll see if you've seen it before.
Can I move faster?
Yeah.
Intelligence, not Arcana.
I would say I think my intelligence is 0, so it's a straight 9.
No, you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Intelligence or Arcana?
Just intelligence in this.
Okay.
Unless you were identifying it in hand,
Right.
then I would give it something different. But
14.
from a distance, it's more just like, oh,
24.
wait, what is
Yeah,
that
that's
kind of thing?
14.
Stupid.
Oh, jeez.
You've seen these before a little bit at like the Wizard Lyceum. You might have seen someone, like one of the teachers might have them.
Oh, you have
something like
advantage.
this.
You have advantage. Sorry, you got something.
Oh my gosh! Get rid of them! They keep rolling 3s! All of them!
Swap that dice out.
16.
I would offer you
16
my
does
dice,
not
but they're
actually
She has
all
any
hit.
more
on 3.
d20s.
Humorously,
They're
you
all
think you probably would have hit,
They're all gone.
Oh.
I
But-
wouldn't hit.
you think you might have hit, like originally. Your fist, it looks like it's just about to make contact. And then this small little mote comes in and bumps your hand just off target.
Oh.
You don't have advantage.
So it is kind of like a moat.
So you
Oh,
gotta-
I have advantage.
It
You
is.
do-
16 plus 11.
You had advantage.
You
You
had-
don't
Had advantage.
For that
one
two.
attack. One dice now.
All right.
That's good though.
25.
That definitely hits.
High even stones are supposed to fly around your head.
Around your
but
head. Oh, okay.
It doesn't help with
11.
defense.
No, it feels like
No,
some
actually
sort
it
of,
might.
it feels
It's
like some
different
sort
on
of
your
other
stones.
magical item that's boosting maybe his AC or something.
Yeah. There are different iron stones, so
We'll
maybe it's one per
use
AC.
flurry of blows.
Sorry, how much damage?
11.
Okay.
Flurry of blows.
Go for it.
Get 2 more times.
And a D4.
14 plus 11.
That'll hit.
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 12.
Okay. He is
And-
barely standing up.
Get him. Get him.
15 plus 11.
That definitely hits.
You got this. Nice.
5 plus 7.
And with one last smashing punch to his face, he goes bouncing off the side of the water wheel and drops down into the water beneath.
He's not floating.
In doing so, though, as you do that punch, that little stone that was orbiting around goes flying off against
Grab
the
it.
wall, and then you grab it as it rebounds off in your hands.
Yes.
Nice.
Dope.
Nice
What
job.
Oh my
Punch.
Who are you?
Catch.
What is Cassie? I mean, it's Winry. She would want. I'm
Right?
curious about what it is.
There's something just like weird flying in
Oh
the
my
air.
gosh.
It comes flying at you. Like, snatch. That's mine now. And with that, it looks like the room is empty beyond.
Hey, they're gone.
You
Good
come
job,
back, my
everybody.
bad.
Hold on.
Or no, he's not sneaking anymore, so it's like. I'll run into the room and I'll say, did anyone see where that stone went? The one that was flying around his head?
I got it.
Did you ever even see the stone? It was just me who saw it.
I mostly had Myetharia, but I don't really care.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Not worried about it.
Alright.
I was curious.
Hold it up to Jack's eyes.
Like a
What
lightning
is
bug.
it?
Like you like
To
like,
my like this?
Yeah.
Oh, like you don't want it to get away?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a lightning bug. Yeah. Like a little
Okay,
bit
yeah,
bringing a lightning
I'll
bug to
peek
you.
in at it.
It's like a snitch. Is it like what is it?
Yeah,
Is it still
Yeah,
moving around?
Is it moving around or
No.
is it?
Oh, then I'll hold it open.
It flies. No.
And it's gone.
And
It is a small stone about this big, give or take, quarter size maybe, that is spherical, though it has. I guess it's not spherical. It's more like this, where it's like rough
Bumpy?
It's about this
size.
size.
I didn't know.
As it floats around, it is kind of a dusky red color,
No.
kind of pretty similar to this, although it's opaque.
Okay.
okay, interesting.
It's a
I-
D20.
I had the
This is
feeling
used for the
It's a
popular
moan.
role playing
That
Dungeons and Dragons.
it was affecting its ability to get hit.
What
a way to
phrase
that.
I mean,
It's like a description of like 2nd edition AC, like THACO, your ability to get hit.
I did
Um,
see it rotating around him. Yes, it seems like a magical item of sorts.
Protection.
Yes.
Well, maybe I will identify it, but I think we should get the water going. Do you want to?
Yes, water.
Do you want to hold on to it for
Yeah.
right now, Winry?
I got it.
Okay.
Put it in the pouch.
You want to describe to us the equipment that's lying around?
So it looks like this pump machinery is still.
Attitude was like, can you do your fucking job?
I was trying to just give him
Yeah,
that.
Do you want to continue talking?
The pump machinery, as you kind of give it a once-over, looks like it's still in reasonable working condition, although there is some amount of sabotage that has been done to it. Well, it does look like you could spend some time trying to fix it. It would take a reasonable amount of time, and potentially someone who was useful or proficient in tinkering might be of use as well. I don't know if anybody has tinkering.
I have
proficiency.
no idea how to fix this.
Should we tell Clan
Can I
Hello?
kick it?
I don't.
Want to.
Is it like
I'm
hitting with a hammer?
kick it quick.
You give it a swift kick. It doesn't really do much.
And it works.
But what does happen
This is bad.
is you hear in the distance a rumbling noise.
I'm really hungry, guys.
Oh my god.
That was so dumb.
And a few seconds
That was really
later,
dumb.
the rush of water comes as the stream begins to fill next
they
to
got the
you.
rock. They
Very
got the rock
quickly.
off.
Myetharia would not be that excited.
No, that was Becca. Sorry. Oh, they must
Uh-oh.
have fixed the rocks.
Should we call them to come
Is it
fix
starting
this?
to get?
The
You
water
said the
wheel
same thing,
itself
you
is
just turned
trying to.
enthusiasm there.
The water wheel itself is trying to turn, but there's the crankshaft that's between. Thanks, Steph. I saw that slice.
I didn't do it. You followed through.
It that goes between the water wheel and the rest of the pump machinery. Seems like it's hitched, like something is preventing it from moving. So it does require some repairs.
Skills.
Well,
Maybe I'm misunderstanding. It feels like this is a water's rushing in and we gotta fix it right now or we're
No.
fucked. Okay.
No, it's just the water wheel that's in there isn't turning.
Gotcha.
It's like something is blocking it.
should we work together to see what's the issue here?
Are there any like? Does it look like there's any locked gears or something that might be like stuck between the gears?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Oh, man.
Yeah, none of us are
Can
gonna
I
beat this
help
guy.
him?
Not with this.
Okay.
It's
Worth a task.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice.
In just a straight
Intelligence.
intelligence, right? So that would be +1, right? 6 to 17.
Probably. That seems good. You give it a quick once over, and you're like, oh, I think I can see what happened here. And you're kind of like reaching around in there a little bit. Not actually prying at anything yet, but like exploratory fingers.
Exploratory.
Well, I do
And
have
you're
sleight
like-
I've got very nimble fingers.
And you're like,
Yes.
oh, I think I know what happened here.
Small hands and
It
such.
is gonna take some time to fix, though. You
Mm.
think? So what effectively is going to happen is that you'll give anyone who's trying to tinker at this to fix it advantage, as though you were
Give
helping them.
yourself an advantage.
Because you can describe to them what the machinery is supposed to do and how it is supposed to work and what the wrong thing is, it does still take about an hour anytime someone tries to fix at it.
So it seems like something that that you or Winry.
Yeah, Winry and I
Fix.
could I do it? Could I get out my trusty crowbar and
You certainly could try to.
start to work at it?
This is
Do
not
you have
my
proficiency
area of
in Tinker's
expertise.
tools?
He has woodworking.
Out of everybody, he would
He does
be
have
able to-
woodworking, but
Out of
this is not
everybody,
wood.
he would have expertise in something
I mean,
like this. Not
could be
tinkering,
wood.
but-
It's
Unfortunately,
not-
I don't think I have
We'll
Tinker's
have
I like
to
what he does.
likely wait for Clan
No,
Malone.
Cassie got
It's fine.
these
So
tools.
no, you can
That's-
still make this check. You just don't get the proficiency bonus on it.
You
Right,
get guidance. So a D4.
That's fine too.
Okay,
You
so,
have guidance.
so I'm gonna do
Gives us
guidance
69 hit
and
points.
with can Winry
Nice.
help me at all?
You already have advantage because of your
Yes.
intelligence check. You know what you're trying to do.
You give yourself the
Okay.
advantage.
Should I wait for Winry?
Well, so this will take time. Like I said, it'll take about an hour if you wanted to try to fix this. Which is totally fine, but I wanted to give everyone else a chance to know that there's going to be an hour passing.
All right, I'm gonna wait till. Wait.
I don't think we need to rest. None of us got hurt. Well, we got a little bit hurt.
But this is pretty important, so we should probably do
Does
it.
anybody care if I go ahead and do it? Cassie?
Got about an hour.
The other option, just so you know the other option, I don't think anyone has the spell, but if anyone had the spell Mending,
Yes.
She does.
you could actually instantly repair this with the spell Mending.
Seriously, you have mending?
Yeah.
I suggested that earlier in
Oh.
case we accidentally
Okay,
broke
okay,
it, ran
so,
the
because
guys
you-
into it.
I spent a good 10, 15 minutes trying to figure this out. I start to go to work on this thing.
You're just about to get to work. You're like,
I'm like, all right,
I know what I'm doing.
I got this. I start to get my crowbar out. I hike up my pants a little bit.
She comes. She's like, "What you looking at?" And you start to explain, and she just
comes
touches
over
it.
and she touches it, and it starts to work. I'm like, oh yeah.
That's what I was gonna do.
That's the thing. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's your problem right there. All right.
So mending does take 1 minute to cast. So she does spend
So it
a
won't
minute
be
like
an
looking
hour.
over your shoulder.
So in the time that I've taken to
Yeah.
hike up my pants, get my crowbar out,
She's
kind of
just
like tinker a little bit.
there you go. That'll do it for you. That's it. And suddenly the water wheel starts to turn, and you can hear the sound of the pump sucking up water, and you can start to hear the sound of water rushing through all of the walls around you.
I'm glad we waited for you to come back.
I silently look at Winry.
Again.
Every time.
I just walk away.
If you want me to leave the party, all you gotta do is ask.
No, come on. It's just funny. It's just fun games. I love Winry, obviously.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I don't know if Rav does though.
No, the Red loves Winry.
Oh.
Spoiler.
No. We got ourselves a good old-fashioned love quadrangle.
What shall I do?
You're okay, buddy.
Ryan loves Winry.
I love
Poor
Winry
Bryn.
a lot.
Poor Myetharia. She's out there watching all us fools.
I'm just standing back there like I have nothing to do with this.
She's that gif of Michael Jackson eating the popcorn.
You better watch out,
Yes.
'cause I'm going to drop Sterling in the middle of this.
Well, the
Well,
water pump
speaking of
has
which,
been fixed. It is starting to fill. The pressure is filling throughout the entire. The hydraulics are filling throughout the entire castle. You do still have time because you know, at least from
It
what
takes
Jarena
an
said,
hour.
it's going to take not an hour. It's going to take the majority of a day to build up enough pressure for everything to work throughout the entire castle. You think that while some things will start to work here and there, sort of thing, the lift probably is going to take a lot of pressure to be able to go up 100+ feet up into the air.
Yeah.
But you can go talk to her about it if you wanted to.
Or we could just collect the stuff in the other
Yeah,
rooms.
we can collect the stuff in the other rooms or check this
Would
room.
anybody want me to open the other door?
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be safe.
Yeah, why don't I open up some doors?
Okay, sure.
Alright, so I'm going to stealth my way back here. Actually, I'm not even going to stealth. I'm going to walk.
Walk
Everyone
back
else
over there.
can
Yeah.
walk with me. We're all going to go in a party. We're all going to kind of
Good.
chat and
Thanks.
and
You gotta go.
I'll open it.
You're just going to bust it open?
Well,
Well,
this
I'll-
door, right?
I'll
That he
go.
already opened, right?
No.
I'll check it out.
Or this
No,
door?
there's
No,
the
I
one.
thought
This one here?
you
There's a
Oh.
door here.
I will just open it.
All right.
You will just.
Outpours 20 skeletons.
Opening the door, within you find fine marble tiles that line the
shit.
floor of what appears to be a bathhouse. The majority of this room is taken up by two largely empty pools that are just starting to see a trickle of water starting to
Largely
flow
empty?
into them.
Well then.
I have to use this as water, so don't be too sharp.
That's
But
fine.
within is a large
It's a lot of
bathhouse with two pools, they're water,
Okay.
on the inside here. The pools are roughly, they appear to be waist deep on a human at their shallowest and perhaps chin level at their deepest, so they get to be quite deep. For you, Rev, it would be like stacking two of you on top of each other at the deep end. Chained in the far corners
Chain.
are two strange creatures that resemble red hounds, with no bodies, but many long legs sprouting from their neck.
No bodies.
What the fuck?
Just like,
They
I'm reading
begin
this
to
too, guys.
whimper when they see you, and suddenly a loud buzzing fills the hive.
Try not to look at the little minis that Justin has over there because now my eye's on them.
Don't worry, you can see them.
Maybe
They're
I
coming
should've,
out.
done
They're
it.
coming out.
Maybe we should have done this.
Hey, yeah.
What happened to the other tokens?
Maybe we should have just gotten the
Close the door.
treasure.
Just close this
What
door.
happened to the what?
He
What happened
opens
to the
it.
other tokens?
Yeah.
Where'd
They're right
they
here.
go? Oh, they're
Oh.
hiding right there. I just need the bases off of them.
Oh.
'Cause I didn't grab more
Not,
bases.
not more skeletons. Good. Or gnolls.
Many skeletons.
Can you send to our Discord the picture of the doggies?
I will
doggies.
try to here in a minute.
The good boys.
No, I
bodies.
really can't very easily because I'm not on Discord here.
Oh, okay.
You can be.
Because I imagine
You're
their
huge
tokens
fan.
look pretty cool.
I'll do it afterwards.
Okay.
Or I'll go over to my computer here in a minute.
We just want to know how much we should pay them or be disgusted by them.
Ooh, well,
They
that's a
look
tough
sad, but they're really
They
scary
sound
looking.
disgusting, but they sound
But he said
bad.
hive, so no thanks.
Yeah.
Hive
Lovely.
like bees.
Yeah.
Something else, I think.
Not the bees! Not the bees!
Beads?
Bees.
Bees? We'll see who brings in more honey. Bzzz.
Oh. I don't know why it's so weird. I was reading it while I was saying it.
It's one of those things where I'd read kind of halfway through it, kind of knew what was happening, read most of the rest of it.
I don't know why they talk about these dog things. I don't know what they are.
But that's what we're focused on.
That's
I
what
know.
we want to know.
So
Now
what
you have
really-
to answer it.
The buzzing happens.
I don't see anything about a dog creature. What is inside here is a zombie,
Okay.
All right, that's
That's
different.
definitely
Buzzes?
buzzes. That's definitely
And
buzzes.
some buzzing. These are bat swarms here, but they look like bees. They're like
Swarms.
oversized, not that big, like bugs, like this big, flying around, like swarms of them. There are 3 swarms of them as they're kind of milling about. They do not immediately come at the door. They're just kind of buzzing around, like they've just begun to be agitated a little bit.
Just begun to be.
As though their hive area is slowly being, filled with
With
water.
water. I'll peep over Rev's shoulder and just be like, do we really want to bother with this? Or should we just close the
Do I
door?
see anything in there of interest?
Make an intelligence check, actually. And I will give
Does
you...
anybody else want to do?
Anyone else looking in the room?
I'm peeping over your shoulder so I can give you assistance.
I'll actually give you advantage on this.
Okay. Okay.
Oh. Because... We'll see.
Double
Wow.
17.
Now.
Which is 18, I think.
What you recognize these creatures as are called hell wasps. What's really interesting about hell wasps is not that you really know what they are, but their venom. Their hell wasp honey, it's called, can be used. It is a thing that
So much.
it's like a
Not as much as it used to.
I call it venom, I guess. It's a little bit weird. But the honey that they collect is useful. in terms of it is a mild sedative that also has a healing property.
Would I know this? No, this is a hell.
He knows it.
He knows it.
Yeah, with my knowledge of different potions
Toxins.
and
Yep.
toxins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave you the advantage there because of your toxin kit that you have.
We might want to clear this place out. They're going to have some useful stuff, especially their venom.
Right now.
I suppose.
Well, if you don't do it now, the hive is going to be filled with water and the honey will be gone.
Oh.
No joy. We have a timetable on this.
Well, the pool is not filling especially fast, but if you don't do it, like you go, we're just going to go rest instead,
Then by
then
the
the
time we
pools
get back,
will
it
be
just
filled
be-
and the
yeah.
hives will be destroyed and the honey will be gone.
I would like to. I mean, maybe I can get in and get out without getting too hurt.
You're not going in by yourself.
I could.
I mean, I could probably just grab a couple handfuls of this junk and get out without even getting attacked.
Well, as you guys are kind of debating this with the door open, the zombie guy
Yeah, there's also that.
Okay.
looks towards you and he starts shuffling in your direction and he goes,
It was a good zombie.
What the heck?
and he points down into the pool area.
He's trying to protect it.
Hmm.
Do you want to try to discern what he's
Yes, I'm trying to discern what he's
That is
doing.
in fact what I'm doing.
Make an insight check.
I say Myetharia is also, but I don't know here.
Solid.
Not great.
You said intelligence, so it's still a +1,
More
right?
insight.
Oh, insight. That's what your wisdom is.
Skills.
Skills.
Ouch.
I know they.
My butt.
Yeah, it's just a
Another
6.
cushion?
So he
yeah,
looks
sure.
like he's gonna attack me. I'm like, I'm.
No, actually, I wouldn't say that. He looks like he's gesturing towards the hives as though there's something wrong with them. And he's like got this weird get up, as though he has like this little hat on.
Undead beekeeper.
Oh my
A little hat on
God.
with a little thing that
Nets
wraps around
and
his
little
face, although it's kind of ripped and torn because he's now a zombie. And he's kind of like gesturing towards you,
Oh yeah.
and then gesturing down into the pool towards the hives, as though something's going on.
Oh, he's worried about the water hurting the hives.
He might want us to get him out.
Well,
So if he wants.
Relocated.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
This is different.
For what it's worth, this zombie is. I want to make sure of this before I say this out loud. Yes, he
Not
is not
full
lit
force.
up with the red fiery eyes.
Okay.
Well.
So the hive is the hive like is it a box or something?
Are
No.
they just natural hives?
Yes.
Okay.
They're like, if you had to guess, just guessing, it's like these wasps needed a home. And so when shit went down here, and so they found this place, this emptied out little bathhouse basically, and created this makeshift hive here in both of the pools.
In the
So
pools
if-
themselves.
We would have come in before, he would have tried to make us go away, but now we can come in and help. He'll like us.
I could.
You should try that.
the zombie.
Or you should try that.
I could
have-
come. Can I be soothe?
Bees. There are bees on farms, right?
I could hypnotic pattern again. If it ain't broke,
No.
don't fix it.
You know what?
I
Also,
don't think
I
that's
could try.
to take.
Can anyone generate smoke?
Yeah, I thought about that. The closest I can come up with is what I just said.
Do I have any smoke? I don't have
I
any
mean,
smoke.
we have. I'm sure we have typical fuel for fire. We could just
Yeah.
make a fire and
But they're also hell bees. It's not like
that they're
Hell
normal.
wasps.
Hell
Thank you.
bees.
Hell bees.
Worse.
Hello, bees.
they live in fire. So I got a tinderbox.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I probably have that too.
Oh, I do know one other thing that's here,
That's-
I guess. It isn't a dog creature, which I've been still looking for. But inside one of the pools, leaning up against the side as though they were bathing there previously, is the remains of another creature. This creature has not risen up. It is another like humanoid person, and near them, kind of in the corner on like a seat, basically, is a quarterstaff and some robes.
Robes?
Ropes.
Robes or
With a
robes?
B or
Robes.
B.
Are things
With the
that
B.
you tie
Okay.
with.
With the B.
Robes.
With the B. Got it. Cool.
Vestments.
Investments.
This
One-
creature does not stir as you come into the room, though, as
Should
though
we-
all the rest of them did.
Should we speak
Uh,
to this man?
Yeah, can we maybe try to help
I
this guy?
have a proposition we could make to him if he's intelligent enough.
Zombies, known to be very intelligent.
Be my
I mean, they
guest.
live off of brains. So
I mean, we could try.
Oh my
and
gosh.
sorry, I know. I will
Does he
say.
seem aggressive, the zombie?
Not currently. You can make an insight check if you'd like to know a little bit more about it, like I made Rev do.
Much better. 20.
Not immediately. He does not seem aggressive. He seems like there's a chance that it could go that way, but it does not have to.
Do you want to back me up? I have an idea.
What's
Go for it. Do it.
I'll kind of just I'll go off to the side, hand on my swords, but not take them out again, and just say to him, "We'll help you relocate the bees if we get some of the honey from them."
He looks around. You hear the bzzz all around a little bit. And he looks around as though considering.
Like this one or that one? That's how I interpreted that.
You could interpret this how you would like to. You're welcome, listeners, for this very gesturing and moaning that's happening.
He
So,
gestures to one
if
hive
I can,
and
if
then
I
the
can
other.
move in without getting attacked, so
Yeah.
just
I
sl-
moved. I moved
slowly-
in.
Yep.
Can I look and see where the tubs are being filled from?
Below.
Below? Can I?
Like, it's like a swimming pool, kind of,
Yeah.
where at the base, it's being piped in from the sides. Of
Like
each.
8 pipes or something? 8?
Sure.
Do
No, I was
we-
really just thinking one in each.
One
Do
in
we
each?
have something that could clog those? Yeah.
Just
Because
for.
we don't need them to be filled.
Yeah, we just
They're
need to
just
get-
bathtubs. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like let's just clog them up.
or at least one of them and then move the other hive over. Could clog
Gonna move
this
around.
hive, this hive, and
big
clog
is
this
one of
tub.
how big are the holes?
How big are the holes?
Mhm.
Pipe size?
Do we have any?
Say that's
So,
a movable rod
Baseball
size.
size?
No, we don't have the immovable rod.
You have one of them.
We have one of them.
We had lots of want them, but we used one.
I don't know
It
how
wouldn't
big
be
the
big
immovable rod is right off. Do you have
It's
that
like-
in front of you?
I mean, I have the
Oh,
one
yes.
or the rod. Yeah.
Does it say how big it is?
There were
I don't
tools
think that
back here, right?
Some, yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything back here that I could run and grab to plug this? Maybe like a pipe cap?
You weren't
That would be
looking,
very
One piece that I need.
you weren't
very
looking at the
convenient.
time, I will say. So
All
unless
You
you
could
ran
run
back
back.
there now,
I'm gonna run
Don't-
back. I'm gonna run back there now and see if I can find something to like hammer into the pipes.
so you sprint back over there while the zombie's gesticulating.
Bonus action
Oh,
dash.
yeah.
I'm gonna start doing what the zombie wants.
Get you in a second. You running over there. Go ahead and just roll a d20 for me. This is just gonna be a luck roll. Do you find what you're looking for?
Very average.
10.
You find one thing that you could use to cap a pipe pretty reasonably.
Okay.
You will have to make some check in order to install it properly,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
you do find one thing that could be used as a pipe cap.
And I'll grab my crowbar as I do to pop
Wang
it into place.
place.
Yeah.
We can help. Yeah.
I have scarves. 4 scarves.
I don't think a
Thanks,
scarf
Winry.
is
We
going to
have
stop the water.
scarves.
Shove them in there.
The where the pipe is it a flat wall or an angle?
I would say it would be flat.
Okay, so as Rev is running away, can I stick my head around the corner and say, "Find something flat that could cover the hole"?
I'm going to say I already made a luck roll for this, and he was able to find one thing that could be used to cap one of the pipes.
All right. There's all this shit here.
That's what I mean.
Oh, that's where you went?
I was
Yeah.
looking.
Out
I
of
was
all
looking
of,
in
out
there.
of all
yeah.
of that, yes.
Alright, hang on.
One thing that could cap it really effectively well. Are you thinking of? Are you trying to put something in front of it and then put the immovable rod in front of it?
Yeah.
Basically.
just gonna
Do you
use
have
it-
something that's
We're just
watertight?
gonna use up all of our movable rods.
Well, it doesn't need to stay there. We'll
Yeah,
take it back.
Once we move them.
Oh, I guess.
Are you going to move them?
Assumed we were gonna at least clog this one and move this. If we only had one, we'd move this
Does
guy
anyone
over
have
here.
anything that could...
I don't have anything.
My plan is to put something over the hole and then put the immovable rod in front of it to stop it.
I have my
something
like
that.
old
permanently?
shield.
Permanently?
No, not permanently.
Bedroll.
I have my old
That won't
shield. But I don't know if that
Shield
one.
would probably be rounded, wouldn't it?
Not necessarily.
If we
Yeah,
put
I
the
guess it
round
could be a
part
flat
down,
shield, couldn't it?
I might. Yeah.
If you want to spend an immovable rod and your old shield, I would say that you could definitely make a check to try to jury rig a solution here.
Okay. You want to do it?
Sure.
Alright, I'll do it.
So Rev comes running back in, and he's like, "What? I got one pipe cap. I can do this." And then you two are like, "Okay, we're gonna do this with the other one. We're gonna seal these up."
Oh, wait a second. I feel like I'm not connected in the same way you guys are.
Mhm.
My thought was we stop the water and then move these things.
I think we just stop.
It was an idea, but he also found something that could just cap at least one of them.
Well, I'm not going to sacrifice a movable rod for this.
Yeah, that's
So
what
let's
I,
use
that was what
his
I
for
was
one.
thinking.
Oh,
And it's not
yeah,
flowing
so-
in fast enough, this one, that we should be worried enough of
It's
like getting in
not like-
and moving it.
It's
that it
not
would be
like in the next
encumbering.
2 minutes that it's
Yeah.
going to flood immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's.
So yeah, we'll stick with
let's
that.
cap
He's
this one.
capping it, and I'm gonna start help moving the hives.
Okay. So I would like then for you to make 2 checks for me.
Oh, I think Winry and I can help with that too. With
That's
Mage
fine.
Hand. Yeah, okay.
She's going to
Yeah,
be
with
first.
mage hand.
Okay,
That's
Could
a
you
good idea.
first make a persuasion check for me?
Okay.
Rev,
That's-
could
that's-
you
I
make
listen.
a tinker or a
Sleight of
Sleight
hand.
of hand?
yeah, sleight of hand's fine. Anything that you're proficient or expertise in.
Let's roll.
Nice.
That's 20 for me.
Nice.
Fairly simple for you. Get down there, cap the one side, laying it in place.
Pap. Yeah.
And after a
That's-
little bit of time, like a little bit of effort, just like going around it, finishing the seal, it does seal up pretty well. It looks like the water is sealed in there. It's not going to come rushing out. So the one side sealed well. You kind of making placating gestures towards the zombie beekeeper as you make your way in. He seems to get your gist. He's like, go ahead and make an animal handling check.
That's what I wanted, Justin.
You know what makes her happy.
Oh, 17. Okay.
The wasps fly around you, and they start to land on you. And you see Bryn get tense. Yeah, breathing heavy.
Deep breaths, Bryn. Deep breaths.
Keep moving slowly.
Single.
You know, moving,
Bro.
picking up this wasp nest, trying to dislodge it a little bit, trying to be careful, and with the help of 2 mage hands, to provide some stability.
Right there.
Bryn,
Right there.
able to direct traffic, moves this nest out from the one, walking her way up slowly over to the other one that you capped, and then lay it in the shallow end on this side so that they're both in the one side. The zombie watching this, and all the hell wasps like landing on you, watching you as you go, suddenly pop off. Goes swarming into the hive that it had started to come out of. And the zombie nods, and points to the one,
Alright,
and then
You
points
take-
to the other.
Don't take honey from that one, but take honey from this one. That
Okay.
was
The
so
wasps,
clear.
after a minute, he goes down there for a second, kind of shambling over slowly into the area. And he starts to coax the wasps out of the one nest for a minute as they start to fly around over into the other one. And then, with precision and expertise
Of course.
of an expert beekeeper, opens up the other hive and leaves it open for a minute and moves away.
Well then.
Rev, I think
Rev,
you're
that's
good
your-
to
All right,
get
I'll go
some.
and harvest just a little bit of the. However much I can get, I guess.
So each of the hives is able to contain up to 1 gallon of honey.
Do I have a container? Am I emptying out some warm water?
Are you-
Water?
no,
No,
you
I
emptying
don't.
out
I need the
the
holy
holy
water.
I think he's
mean-
talking about a water skin from somebody.
Yeah,
I
I
could
can,
do-
I can
yeah.
offer mine.
How big is the water skin?
I don't know. You're supposed to know. You're the
Water skin
DM.
size.
It says
Water
in
skin
there.
can
We-
hold
we looked at
4
this a month
pints of
ago.
liquid, which is just short of a gallon.
It's a half gallon, right?
No, I think
8 pints in a
that
gallon.
was
Yeah.
like 5 pints in a gallon.
No, why would it be 5?
Because it's weird. Hey Siri, how many pints in a gallon?
Didn't get you. Oh, it's not Siri.
pints,
Alexa.
you're right. No, you're right.
Remember Alexa?
You're right. It's a half gallon that can go in the water skin.
You got
Does,
your food
does
back
anyone
again?
else have a water skin?
I do.
Yep.
That isn't full of water. Holy water.
I would have
You have the holy water.
I have the holy water.
Yeah. So Winry and I can empty out our water skins and fill them up.
All right.
With a little bit of time and effort, maybe some spoons or something, you're able to dose the
I need
honey
to get myself a funnel.
out from the hive and into 2 water skins that you can now, whoever wants to have them, you
I'll
have
put
2 water skins filled with hell wasp honey. This hell wasp honey for you guys has a mild healing property, but it is also infernally delicious.
How?
What?
Infernally delicious.
While it only regains a small amount of health, you do gain 1 hit point for each spoonful that you eat. It also can be sold or can be used in like creating or cooking and things like this to create dishes that are
But
infernally
Zelda
delicious.
Did you,
Interesting.
do we have to put it in a pot?
Man, I
and
kinda-
then dance.
If you would, yeah, right. If anyone
think
would
I
like to, actually, you would probably know because you know hell wasp honey.
You know.
This is the secret side of the hell wasp honey. It contains trace amounts of a poison also. And for each dose that you take
like
above,
all good food does.
right,
Yeah.
for each dose above 12 that you consume in a day, you have to make a Constitution saving throw, and if you fail that, you are poisoned for the rest of the day.
Oh wow.
While you're poisoned this way, you're not just normally poisoned, but you also have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws and Death saving throws.
Oh wow!
goodness.
Every time. Every
So
single time.
it does have a small amount of healing. Can heal a little bit. You heal up to 12 hit points safely. Once you hit above 12 hit points, the 12th or the 13th spoonful, you have to make a save to see if you are poisoned for the rest of the day.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. I
You
like
can
it.
mix that into any food that you'd like to, or something like this, in any like a
Every
situation
single
like
time.
that. Or you can use it for yourselves for just small bouts of healing that you may need.
I love it.
In all, you have each of those bags has 55 doses.
Oh,
in it.
dang.
So if you
Mark
want to
that
put
down.
that in
Wow.
the note for those
So
those
that's,
wines,
so that's
water
typically
skins.
55 hit points in total?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
How you were sitting looked really comfortable.
Me? It was right up until the back of my calf started hurting when I suffered.
I think we'll
Cassie.
probably look more flexible.
Cassie, take your water skin out of your inventory. I've
Okay,
got
well, I still have mine if anybody gets thirsty.
And I have
There's-
mine too.
there's
I
been
trust you
3
with my
water
water
spoons
skin.
filled
Well,
up with.
Well, because he
Thanks.
has that decanter.
I've got a
I'm just-
decanter.
Oh, he
That's
does have a
water.
decanter.
We're good on
Keep
water.
forgetting about that.
So is So yeah, I'll just
I
just
took-
double check that the pipe fitting is good and
I took
Before we
both
get out
of
of
our water
The pipe
skins
fitting is good.
out.
The other
and I
side
have it
is
in the
beginning to
bag
fill
of
up with water.
And there is no dog?
There is no dog. I have
Okay,
no idea
cool.
what the dog thing
Okay,
was about.
But there's
We
a
thought we
there's
saw
like
a dog, but we didn't.
There is a person.
submerged.
Oh,
He's on this
the
side.
quarterstaff and the robes.
Snatch
Someone
that
needs to
shit.
go check that out.
Do
Winry.
we?
Winry.
I'll go over and do they seem magical?
Make an investigation check, actually. For me first.
Oh,
If you're going over there.
I am. Terrible.
Nice. So the quarterstaff looks like literally just a walking staff, if you'd guess. The outfit,
11.
it looks like a wizard's robes. As you get closer, though, you look at the person, and even though he's like skeletal and like ghoulish looking, so to speak, as though he died here, he
or the wizard has in their hair a hairpin that has not decayed.
Oh. I'll mage hand and grab it, pull it up.
You have a small platinum hairpin in your possession.
Okay.
It would be a she, but you can't really tell with it being a skeleton. But you're guessing at this point that hairpin.
Whoever dictates that is.
If they had
so
hairpin
pretty?
and a long hair, your guess is probably female wizard, but
Yeah.
don't know for sure.
Well, if you guys decide to go into the back hallway to check those other rooms for treasure, while you guys do that, I can cast Identify on these 2 items and figure out what they are.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go back and try and get the rest of the items.
Okay, so your quick little look through these other things. You'd already done 4 of the rooms, so this is going to get really complicated in terms of the math for how much you're able to get out of the rest of this stuff.
Listening.
But that's your job to do.
Let's see. So there were 12 rooms with 8,000 GP total of stuff.
Oh my gosh! Shut the front door.
We already got 2,500
We're rich.
in value.
Okay, so you're able to get to 4 more rooms. So you're able to group up another 2,500 gold pieces worth of stuff.
Sweet.
So I'm assuming then that would be a total of 80 pounds because the first 2,500 is 40 pounds.
Correct. But you do have now 5K worth of random incidental valuable items
Awesome.
that you do need to find a seller for, granted, but yes.
I added those to the bag holding.
Perfect.
And while you guys are doing that, I'll identify the stone and the hairpin.
So the hairpin, we'll start there. The hairpin is this is going to be great for you. I'm going to laugh really hard.
Weird
Is a
hairpin.
hairpin of disguise.
I should have made you a hairpin.
What?
This hairpin functions as a hat of disguise, but it is in the shape of a hairpin.
Oh man, too bad I cut all my hair off in the last adventure.
You did, yeah.
Oh shit, you did!
Yeah, I don't have the chops and the. They're starting to grow back though. I'm sure. Right, it's been a couple of months.
It's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks since I.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well,
maybe about 3 weeks, give or take.
Oh,
Take a
that's-
lo-
and
no,
that's
that's not enough time. A month, so I'm still working on those chops.
That's not a real thing, huh?
No, but you can add it as a hat of disguise. And
Oh,
just
okay.
note that it is a hairpin.
I think I still have my hat anyway.
Yeah, you do have a hat.
You have the hat of
Sell it?
lesser disguise.
No.
Why does he get all the disguise shit? I
I
want to
didn't say
disguise.
it. What if I wanted to
I want to look like something else. We can
Anyway.
pass it around for who needs it.
The other item you can also identify as being an iron stone, but it is an iron stone of protection.
Oh, damn.
An iron stone?
Ayun
So I will say, Ayun technically is a
doesn't exist in this world?
deity that
Yeah.
doesn't actually exist. So I should probably rename that in theory, because it isn't actually based off of the god of knowledge and wizardry here. We'll call it the Dragon's Stone of Protection.
Okay.
I like it. Could have been
Actually, maybe not dragon. Maybe
Stone.
the Kraken's Stone.
Ooh.
I think that fits better. Kraken's Stone of Protection.
The eagle stone.
I like Krakens in this case.
Yeah,
actually.
Kraken makes more sense. Not that I know anything about it.
I love it. So just so everybody knows, it circles around your head.
I was kind of loose with that description. It kind of you can circle wherever you want. I'm not that worried.
That's
about
right.
it.
Circles.
Whatever you
It
want.
gives you +1 to
Be
AC,
a bracelet of disguise.
and it can be targeted and it can be hit.
Oh, yeah.
But it has a really high AC and
It can also
10
be
hit points.
grabbed.
It can also be grabbed, yes,
Snitched.
with a DC 24 acrobatics check. So it's not easy to grab.
So
it.
in theory,
AC.
in
I know
theory,
mine's good.
if Myetharia had seen it beforehand, she could have gone in there and been like yoink and just taken it.
15.
I never
But it
could
would
have.
have been a difficult check.
Yeah. if she
What's
rolled
yours? What's yours? 18. Oh, damn. Give it to Rex.
So
what's
you're only
yours?
equal.
Like
You're only
13?
equal
Mine's-
with
mine's
me because
15.
of your +1 shield that you got.
My AC is probably 13 or 14.
I'll say it's 14.
Oh, 15. There it is.
I shouldn't eat anymore.
There you go. They're right there. You don't have to keep walking over there.
Um,
Though to be fair, I mean, you walking over there isn't a bad idea.
I'm gonna change the name to the hairpin of these guys.
There you go.
Do it.
Okay. All right. So
Well, let's.
I like playing
At this
I don't
point-
feel bad like leaving the table stuff.
where else is there to really look into?
Should we decide who gets the stone? I guess I don't really need higher AC
What's your
necessarily.
AC?
15.
It's
Same
one
as,
of you two.
same as him.
I'm.
He runs away all the time. Give it to you.
Oof.
Woof.
It's a pretty good argument she has against you.
Myetharia always goes down.
I do not always actually go down.
Not-
Remember last time I went
It's been a
down?
long time.
Last
Yeah.
time I went down was
Myetharia
when we
is
were
actually-
battling the last Inquisitor with Sterling and
It's 4.
Clara.
It's for
It's
one.
a long time.
This was the last time.
Myetharia's been a good. We got a good team dynamic going here.
I
think
think-
you should keep it up.
I think you should have it.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not usually up in things.
Either that or Winry.
I was 17.
You do get.
She's been
You've
going
been
down.
going
you
down
do,
recently
You do
a lot.
go down
You've been-
a lot.
You've been targeted a lot recently.
Heyo.
It is. It is pretty.
Ew, gross.
Pretty.
Justin, could you? Because theoretically, if someone tried to snatch
So
it,
worth it.
couldn't you
Oh,
snatch it
snatch
back?
it back.
You could snatch it back.
Smack their hand away.
Yeah, you have more likely.
As much as I want to
That's
advocate
true,
for him
actually.
because he has the lowest AC, he also
Is
you
not,
do
like-
just run away.
Yeah, like my strategy is to.
Yeah.
Not
Oh yeah,
hit
what's your
all,
health
so-
at right now?
61.
Oh,
of
I thought you were
61.
completely out of 69.
No, 61 out of 61.
I think I'm 61 out of 61. Although I think I have used all my hit die. Like I don't have any hit die.
Yeah.
I
We all got hit hard
Yeah.
by a couple things.
But I'll say
The hand in the
this:
cookie jar. The more you
because
grab,
my
the harder it
strategy is
left.
not to get
Are
hit,
these all blue?
I still think it should be Winry.
No.
Yeah, I think it should.
The
I think it should be
pomegranate.
Winry.
And that one's unopened. Yes.
Take your time.
Yes.
Sorry.
Myetharia.
Bag.
I would say even Bryn, but
She
Bryn
has an 18 now.
has
She just
an
got a
18.
+1.
Yeah, I know.
She just
So
got
I-
a +1 with that shield.
I think Winry's very called.
What is your AC, Myetharia?
18.
Yeah, give it to Winry.
And she's like that. She keeps that. Badass.
That's true. It's something shiny. Oh, okay. So I have this. I've got the stone. I just finished identifying it, and I'm gonna take it up to Winry, and I'm going to hand it to her and say, "This stone will give you a little extra protection, but it's also really pretty, and it flies around you all the time. So I think you'd really like it."
Remember, you guys haven't had your conversation yet.
Right. It was pretty fun to snatch.
Yep.
Thank
Does
you.
it make it less fun if he hands it to you?
Less fun.
Throw it.
Right? Make me get it.
Woo! I mage hand it, moving around.
Too far.
Does it?
It's hard to
Yeah.
feel racist.
Yeah.
It's like the laser pointer.
Does
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
So
Does it match your eyes? Does the color of the stone match your eyes?
Do you know
Rob
what,
doesn't
do you
know.
know
I
what
don't know.
color my
Justin
eyes
has
are?
the color
I
of
mean,
the stone
Jack
in
would
her eyes.
know.
What color is
I
Winry's
would
eyes?
not even think to ask because I don't know the color of anyone's eyes.
They're blue.
They're blue.
Winry's eyes are blue. Yeah. they're-
That
This
would
is
make
a
sense.
redstone.
So no.
Dusty
Oh, so it
red.
does not.
It doesn't
well,
match any of our eyes.
Very contrasting.
This
Hopefully
matches
no one has
your-
red eyes. My
Matches
I
the
mean, I'm wearing
blood that
red,
comes out
are
of you
they?
when you get hit by something.
Everyone we've been fighting
So-
has had red eyes.
Very romantic.
If you go to your inventory and Ioun Stone, it's IUON.
Oh, is there an action? Do you have to like? How do you use it? Is it a bonus action?
Once you turn it on, it stays on you until
Yeah.
someone takes
But
it.
it's an action or a bonus action.
No, it just
It's
you
an
just do it.
item.
Wow.
Yeah.
It
All right, so you
the
use an
downside
action.
to it is that it can be taken. I assume that you start this up at the start of the day,
high
unless I
accurate.
hear otherwise.
Yeah.
But you might not always want to have it out if you're going into like a social situation, and at that kind of situation,
Yeah.
I might say that it is not on.
So I'm just take it.
if you get like ambushed at a banquet or something, I'm going to assume that you did not have it on at the time.
Stone of protection.
Instead of
Iron
protection,
stone.
yes.
So
Then you can rename it.
Sit down, Steph.
Right? Isn't that weird? Why
Why
is that
isn't
weird
it
when it's
weird?
just there?
Why isn't everything in here? All right. Well,
Okay.
while she's adding that, is there any like?
I'm
told
still
you
very
so.
productive.
There's not really anything else we can do
Yeah,
until
you're
the
gonna
water
say.
fills up, right?
Call yourself
The door was
Well,
run
there's-
by the water.
We could
the
talk to
lift
the
was run by
clan.
water.
There's still technically 2 other directions. But as you
Yeah.
start considering this and moving away, I'm going to assume you close the door onto.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah,
these guys.
we'll close the door on them.
Bye,
I
B-boy.
think we're done with them.
Bye, Dennis.
Good
Bye.
luck.
Dennis.
Bye, Nicholas Cage.
BFF? Beekeeper Dennis?
Beaver Dennis.
Dennis.
That was
I
one of
would
the
say
strangest
while they're doing
encounters I've
that,
ever
I'm
had.
trying to like converse with him to like get a
You
more
would.
bigger
You're like,
grasp
so
of
bees.
beekeeping.
What's up with bees?
What's up with bees?
Why do you like bees so much?
Like how like what he's doing and like how it works. And
So this is the entryway to the. This is the foyer here. A second. I'm going to take these away. As you guys kind of head back, this is the rug. Yep. As you guys kind of head back into this area, and
Oh.
that makes sense where you are.
Yes, where
Yeah.
we originally were.
You
Oh,
go
foyer.
up this way.
Oh, that's
And
not
into
water. That's a rug.
It's a rug.
It's a rug.
It's a rug.
It's a blue rug.
Correct. As you guys head back in that direction, you make it back into that foyer room where you previously had run into Clan Malorn, and once again you run into Clan Malorn. Yep. Face first.
Man, guys, go slower on corners.
And they're kind of peeking around the corner as you guys are coming in, and they walk into the room and they say, "So, how'd it go?"
Mission accomplished.
Wow, great to hear. Us as well.
barely an inconvenience.
The rock has been removed.
We noticed.
I've been hearing the sounds of water. Is that
Yes, water wheel is flowing.
perfect? Perfect. Well, that means that the lift will be operational soon.
Within the hour. Per your
No,
prediction.
Within
the hour.
Within
Also
the day.
known as the
My
day.
gosh, that's the
Let
second
me
time I've
ask
done
you
that.
this.
Of course.
The lift you're referring to,
Yes.
was it the one behind the locked door with the lock that
I
was...
mean, I don't know if it was locked, but it
The
was in the
locked door
direction
was
you
a
guys.
lock?
You didn't go in there, did you?
Sure did. It was real
Why
scary.
would we not have gone in there?
I
Is my
told you where
question.
to go. What were you doing?
Well, we
Making sure there was no danger.
But this was to the right. That was our side.
You didn't do it?
You
But
guys
if you
went
had,
into
you would
our
have done
side and just started looting and pillaging all of
There
our
was
treasure.
nothing to loot, there was
yeah.
something to kill.
You
Make
never-
a deception check.
No, it's not true.
Deception check?
There was
There was
stuff
lots-
to loot.
Persuasion.
There was lots of
What did
loot.
we loot?
guys-
From the lift room.
Not from the lift room explicitly, just stuff on the right side.
Oh, like the bedrooms.
Yeah.
Oh.
They won't find that.
Oh.
Oh, Becca.
I'm just gonna look real quick. I rolled a 3, but I'm just gonna look real quick.
I guess I didn't realize.
It's definitely not over 10. I will give you that.
We are-
It's definitely
we
not
are
more than a
supposed to
9
loot.
if I find it.
We are.
Says bullshit. You found stuff on our side of the castle.
It's a 10. It's a 10 total.
We sent you this
Oh,
way
wait,
as
no,
a
that
gesture
was-
of working together.
No,
And
never
then
mind.
You go around
No,
and
never
you
mind, it
just
was a
start looting all of our treasure. Well, we're taking all the treasure from the left side.
Rev, go give them the.
Okay.
Give them what we.
I mean,
Alright,
that sounds
alright,
fine. Go to
fine.
the other
I'm
side.
Time out. Our
Temporary
Okay.
death break.
Time out. IRL.
some of the vinegar went down my throat. Whoa.
From what?
Oh, well, pickles. Sorry. You don't sound like Cassie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's so mean.
Our deal
Ouch.
was to pick things up as we found them, and the overall hoard would be split. We went in this direction. This is what we
No,
found.
he's got a
We
point.
kept to the deal.
Our deal was you went to the left side, we went to the right side.
And then
that
you
was
asked
where
us-
the treasure was.
And then you asked us to go to the right side.
You did
Did you
ask us
not?
to go in that direction.
I did. We asked you to do head towards the pump
but
room.
like, can we just solve all this by you guys going to the other side of the castle for now?
We'll take the left.
Will really truly just start
Great.
laughing.
You guys just go to the other side and take whatever you want. Okay.
Fine.
I agree with that.
Also,
I am truly sorry. That's
You probably wouldn't have hit all the rooms because, you know, the thing we fought kind of ate me and I was inside it.
That
Like,
did
not
happen.
in like a eating, but like trapped
Absorption.
my soul.
Yeah, a soul consumption sort
Yes.
of thing.
I don't think.
No offense, but you guys are very loud and not very sneaky.
no
Now I
offense
picture
taken.
when that happened, we're all like, ah!
Yeah.
The flashback.
I think we could have avoided it, but you know, whatever. To each their own.
No offense taken.
I hardly doubt. I doubt that.
I don't think you would
Enjoy
have been able to open the
avoiding
door.
dangers on the left side.
That we already killed.
Yeah. Good luck.
Is the left side the remaining?
Did we leave like
section?
one skeleton
Hey, my question
strapped to a bed?
What?
There's
Did
a
we leave like
bullet.
one skeleton strapped to a bed in the bullet?
The bullet's still.
The bullet is still there
For another hour?
For the hours since you
No,
passed.
it'll be charmed for the hour, and then it'll just be mad, and a movable
And he had
rod into
told
the
him-
floor.
And he had told him stay here, I think.
It doesn't matter.
That
The
doesn't
charm
matter.
will end, but I
Right,
also
after an hour.
pinned him down with
Yeah.
the immovable rod.
TBH, I think you got some great stuff.
Yep.
Let
Yeah.
them go on find whatever.
As
they
long as
want.
it'll take our movable
Agreed.
rod.
As long
Was
as they're
the left
pissy at us
direction,
and,
the
you know.
remaining parts of the castle that you were mentioning.
Almost all of it, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
There's the doors this direction that go up.
I thought going up was.
So
the
you guys
Wow.
came. No, you went up out here into the chapel. There's also
that's
an up here above the guest suites.
So I'll ask the
Oh,
landlord.
geez.
Someone can ask landlord. What about up? What's up there?
Wait, you said it's above the guest suites?
Yep.
Yeah, now I'm confused.
Yeah, I
Did
know
you go
what
here?
the
I know
stairs
what that
continue
is.
To be
up,
fair, it's
so-
probably just more guest suites.
So, back here, there's the first entryway. This
You
one
went
had
to
the
the
two
face.
stairways that go up,
Yep.
and then there's the chapel. You guys
Yes.
with the devils.
Okay.
You guys
Yes.
ran into this. That's above here, roughly.
Oh, it's backwards, I see.
In here, there's also stairs that go up this way, out above the guest suites, which are back there,
Oh.
Yes.
and there's a second level back there as well.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Like, are
So-
these the stairs that went down, and then there's another set that go up?
No.
So think about it as like first floor, second floor, first floor, second floor.
Yes.
So to get to each, there's like stairways here and here
Okay.
to get to the second floor. So the second floors are not connected, even though
Technically, the chapel,
even though it makes no sense that they would design a building like that.
the chapel's actually above the other parts. To be fair, it's
Okay,
actually
it's higher.
Oh, it's even
another
higher.
level
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, either way, so to go through
Because-
here,
well. There's
actually that makes sense because this is a probably like instead of
it's a bigger room.
Yeah.
It's a foyer. It's
Yeah.
a large area. It's just it's let's see. Up there would be the banquet hall, I believe. We haven't been up there. You know what? Gesture of goodwill. You can do the banquet hall. We'll
Well,
do the other doors over here.
time out a second,
Honestly,
because
you
you
should
just
take
got
it.
very mad at your previous gesture of
Yes.
goodwill.
The previous gesture of goodwill was not go over here and loot every door that you see. It was go over there and deal with the pump room.
But you didn't specify that. Who
So
told you
what
to
is
looted
in
everything?
what on your little hidden maps here may we encounter in this here banquet hall?
It says Steph to Rob.
There's a
It says
kitchen.
Steph to Justin.
There's a kitchen up there. There's a banquet hall, and I think that there's an additional room for use for like conferences and things like that.
all right. Well,
It's like an adjunct section to the guest suite, so to speak, where you meet with the guests that you have invited. Does that make sense?
So
Yes.
not to like. Have we seen enough of the castle? Should we just long rest and prepare to go
Listen.
through the door?
You wanted to go up that lift, right?
Well,
It's an
we're
option.
curious about
We're
it.
not sure.
Where does
Our
it go on
objective
your little map
is-
things?
Well, the lift goes up towards the top, where the leaders are, where presumably Colton would have been when events occurred. My assumption is anything that's good would be up by the leaders.
well, we're gonna have to go up there together. then.
Assumption.
Right. If you're going to want to go up the lift, there's a problem. The lift is trapped. Very trapped. And you may have seen it, since
Is it
you
that-
apparently went in there, but there is a lever. This lever has a whole bunch of different things on it. You might think that they just correspond to different floors. It doesn't. There isn't any other floors. There's a bottom and a top. That's it. What the lever is it's effectively a passcode.
Oh, shit.
Every 10 feet that you go up, you need to know where to set the lever, otherwise the trap occurs. Each of the traps get escalatingly worse until you die at the top.
By any chance,
awesome.
do you know the passcode?
I don't,
Oh.
but I'm sure that there are denizens who might have some ideas.
Such as that knoll that we killed.
Or maybe a zombie.
A zombie beekeeper?
A zombie
yeah, he ain't
beekeeper
gonna know
knows
the
the
passcode.
code.
I don't
to the
think so.
Hey, we're brainstorming. There's no bad idea.
That
It's not a
might-
bad idea.
There might be something written. There might. I don't know, but we have to figure out some way to either bypass this sequence that's required, or
Cut her off.
or find the sequence. One way or the other. Otherwise, going up that lift is just a death sentence.
But
Are we
definitely
going
don't go
to
up,
share the
is what I will
sequence
say.
if one or
I was assuming that we would all ride up there together.
Yeah, that was the deal.
Good. Then we'll find it and we'll let you know when we find it.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
meet you back here in 24 hours?
Oh,
It won't take quite that long, but yeah, I was assuming we have the lift open now. It sounds like.
You're welcome.
Perhaps
We-
we use that as a home base.
yes.
Works for us.
Since we cleared it out already.
Well, yes.
And
I-
we didn't find anything like any papers or anything. Because where were we where the mirror was? That was a chapel.
We were up in the
seemed
chapel.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
But there was no papers or anything.
It seemed
You
like an
guys-
office, but
You found some items up there,
Mhm.
but not any sequences that you could find.
did we not roll high enough?
I don't know. Did you?
Okay.
I don't remember. It
was
was like
so
a month ago. It was a month
I
ago.
do think then we need to go to the banquet hall.
Yes.
Go check it out.
I think that's next.
Should we long rest before we go to the banquet hall? Or
It seems like a weird place for a password to be. But I guess maybe there's like a noble up there that died that might have it in his pocket or something.
yeah.
Some dumb noble who didn't know to not
did we
write down
check?
your
Did we
passwords.
check the? Did we
He
check the
forgets all his
pockets?
passwords.
Did we check the pockets of the robes? Though?
I will say yes, even though he might not have said it. He was investigating the road.
I was playing anyway.
Okay.
I was making a goof and a spoof.
Just making sure.
Spoof goof.
That
What a combo.
like that like new boot goofing.
Okay, so
How's everyone feeling? Like, how are we set?
I'm fine.
Well, listen, you have a day effectively. You don't have to do it right now. It could be the first thing you do tomorrow before the lift's fully activated.
Yes, we could
What
take
time
a
is it?
rest.
The point here is just before we can go up there and find what there is to find, the special secret things that Colton had in theory, hopefully at least,
Hypothetically.
perhaps the thing that you are here for. Before we can do that, we do have to find that sequence.
Well, you go left and we'll go up and see if we can find it.
By the way, didn't mention it before, but you might want to watch doors sometimes. And as she walks over to the door to the left, she knocks on it quickly and pulls her hand back, and these blades come out through the sides. She's like, "We disarmed the one for you guys already. You're welcome.
Thank you, darling. That
Just,
was
just keep your eyes open. That trap's
so-
about."
so kind of you. Thank you.
Like who?
that actually was pretty cool. I gotta say,
Penitent.
All right, so I'll go up to the door at the top and
Check it for traps.
I'll do the same thing. I'm gonna I'm gonna pound it and kind of cut my look. Yeah.
Okay.
Block everything.
Well, as you go up the stairs, to the
There's
next
a
level,
trap on the stairs.
Stairs flatten.
I'm gonna pull
and
everybody.
the boulder
actually.
comes down.
Well, before we go,
You can't say
anywhere
we're
else-
gonna
Is
pull
that
everybody
something we
over
want to
because we're
long
not
rest
on that
first? I
path.
guess.
I know.
Well,
I need to load the other
Okay.
map.
I feel like
So I can see.
meta standards, when we go up, we're getting towards the end, so there's probably going to be a boss or something up there. So I feel like we should save a long rest till before
Metagame.
that. But
Well, I'm going to say this. Rev goes up the first set of stairs. And as he does so, there is a corridor, effectively, that you're in that goes each direction. It goes a ways in each direction. And then directly in front of you is a set of double doors that seems to be
the banquet hall.
the banquet hall, you'd have to
Yeah.
guess.
This makes sense.
Walking up near it, you can clearly hear the sounds from within of music and general
Ay,
merriment
ay.
from within. There's music and singing and rowdiness, and they're like drinking songs going on the inside.
Sounds like a party.
Sounds like a good time.
Go hang out. So there's definitely some kind of threat up there. We're not really. No one's really that messed up, right? Like I still have
I mean, we could
most of my spells.
I'm only like.
We could potentially go through one more encounter. I have no hit die. I bet that none of us have any hit die. We will probably need a long rest after this fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think we were expecting it after this, after doing the water wheel and the knoll and everything, but we did so well instead of so shitty that.
Now, do you guys think I should go? Yeah, you're right. Like now we're kind of like.
Okay, we got one more.
Do we want to go? Should I? So I'll look. I'm gonna like whisper to everybody. Should I go around and scope out? Because I bet you there are kitchens and other things off to the left and right of it.
Sure, you do that.
Should I do that before busting into the main hall, or should I go into the main hall?
Well, before we do that,
kitchens would potentially lead into the main hall, right?
The back.
The banquet
Yeah.
hall. It could potentially be a different way to just go in without going in.
Well, at fancy castles like this, looking
Which
back
I-
into
yes.
your history,
Which I know.
typically there's a front door for the impressive
people, and
then
then
there's a
these
back door
unimpressive
for the
people.
servants.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should probably go in through the servant entrance, or make an impression. Come in through the front doors.
But we also don't know what's
You have a
waiting
real
for
thing
us.
with kicking in the doors here tonight.
He's loving it.
Oh, you
He's
know me.
loving me a kicking in door.
Yeah, you're
IRL
more
experience.
sneaky
I
than
kick
that.
in. I kick in doors and
You-
snoop in doors in equal measure.
door kicking motherfucker. Well, before we go upstairs, since Cassie and I put the work in, do we want to say that we take at least a short rest?
We still have tons of time to play.
I do.
so
I do have two hit die left.
That's
It's not
you.
mine.
I
Thank
just set
you.
it up there. There's a blueberry on
Let's
the
do
ground.
an encounter.
I'm not.
Blueberry.
I'm gonna put it
Yeah,
in my
so
glass,
that
but I'm
we
not
can
gonna
end
drink
it
it.
with
Yeah, we can end with your guys' conversation and then I'll go to bed with happy thoughts, right, guys?
Happy thoughts.
What would make you happy?
Vinny doesn't sound happy.
Hush. It's bedtime.
I mean,
He's like,
You're
yeah.
asleep.
He's like,
I
yeah,
guess
Missy.
we'd be staying
It's
up pretty
bedtime.
late then, but we were already kind of planning that, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is like our one
We're already
opportunity
like
to-
on time to
Yeah.
like finish with
We've
another.
I mean, if we
Fight.
decided to go to midnight, we still have an hour and a
Yeah, we
half.
stay up till midnight.
That's
Midnight.
All right.
You said you were driving tomorrow, so I don't care.
I'm good.
Look at me just free-handed maps left, right.
Go, Justin, go.
Okay, if you run out of things to do, we'll just sit and
So
do
we
a
agreed that I'm
window,
going to try and
you know?
find the servant's entrance.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's
So
a good
I'm going to
option.
start making my way around then.
Making your way
Quiet.
around town.
Wow.
Walking
Yeah.
fast.
Wow,
Do, do,
guys.
do, do,
Okay.
do, do, do,
Make a stealth check for me.
Do a little dance.
Make a stealth check for me.
Guidance. Good luck.
What's Critical Role? We've
Bro.
never heard of that before.
Oh my
Ryan
gosh,
hasn't. He's
wow.
saying it.
What's it? Is that Is that a
They
critical?
do. They
Yeah.
Right?
do.
It's just a song.
That's Alyssa Carlson.
Just,
Right?
Yes,
Summer-
you're right. It's
summer
Alyssa Carlson.
celebration.
You're right.
Plus
So
your
that's
stealth.
18 plus.
18 plus, like 12, 30.
18 plus 12. Yeah, so 30.
Making your way
Yeah.
along.
Along.
You
Right.
make it to the end. There is a door at the end.
Okay. I'm going to
It is a small door.
peek in the small door.
Go ahead and make a. You know what? I'm gonna keep the same one.
We're so
You
far
peek
away.
in the small
No,
door.
we're doing
We're just
the
sitting
same
here
sort of
twiddling
thing.
our thumbs.
Like, we'll probably be
So-
like here-ish.
Oh well, if anyone's coming up these stairs,
Get to roll
make a
stealth,
stealth check.
But he's going that way
Make a
first.
stealth check.
Damn
Yeah.
it, Justin.
We can't let it go.
We'll stand by
Dope.
this door to wait.
I mean, because it is loud enough music that maybe they don't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually good. Oops.
Can I guidance
Oh,
myself?
20.
Got it.
Yeah, I can guidance
No.
myself. Yes, I can.
I'll give you guidance.
10.
See?
I mean,
As
what
you're
we got?
making your way up to the top here,
Walking
the
fast.
music
It was 26 if that helps.
Stairs they pass.
the
and we're
music
thanking
stops
down.
for just a brief moment on the other side, and then they listen.
And then the music starts again with an improvised song this time, and you can just barely make out the words. As it says something to the effect of, dumb skeletons can't get in, got no meat on the bones, got no brains in the heads, they've got no meal for us. Hey!
Man.
And then there's a raucous cheer at the end. There's like you can hear the sounds
Good,
of
so
like
it's
clinking beers and things like this, and then the song continues on as though nothing has happened.
This is
Very cool.
terrifying. So a little bit harder than the Skelly Boys.
So, I mean, it was what? Like,
I really
So-
wanted that to happen. I'm going to be
So,
honest.
Bryn, the music is
beautiful.
going on
It's
as we're going up the stairs. It's getting louder and louder, and Bryn like steps on a stick or something like a.
I
Maybe a
sneeze
spear.
and my armor shakes.
Okay, you sneeze,
Sure.
and then the music is playing. It just goes stops, and it's quiet for a second.
Everyone freezes.
But it's not like it's like a oh what? It stops instantly,
That's terrifying.
and then they sing that song.
and then they sing that song after a moment.
As though they think it's the skeletons
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
not just
Okay, that's
some
fine.
other invaders.
Okay, so
Which,
I'm
to
gonna-
be fair, that is a good conclusion for them to come to because
Yeah,
I mean,
let's-
nobody's been in the castle
For how long?
for who knows how long.
Well, that also means we
For
have
how
some
long?
cover too. So
Yes.
I'm gonna go look. I look in the store and nothing's in there.
I am trying to gather some stuff for you.
Stay back.
In here, there is a hallway. In the hallway, there are doorways. At the end of the hall here, there's another doorway here, roughly, and there's one more doorway on the far side, at least, that goes in that direction as well.
Okay.
That's what you can see so far as you peer in here.
All right.
I'm not showing you anything of what's inside them, but this is generally what you see is there's a doorway like here, here, and here.
Does Winry want to? Winry, do you? Winry, do you want to do the honors?
Oh.
He's inviting you.
We'll look in here.
Peering through the first door.
Wow.
The first door, it appears like, is a storage room. It contains the charred remains of crates full of supplies, now seemingly useless. There is also a small lift and a staircase that lead downwards.
What was underneath?
Downwards.
This would be underneath. Underneath you would be the wing that you just told Clan Malarn to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
So
But
maybe
didn't we already
shouldn't
clear
go.
that out? Too?
Yeah.
No,
let's-
you did not.
I think we're good then. We'll go to this one.
The barracks that you did first is back here
Okay.
on the first floor.
We're gonna look in here now. Stealthily out.
You guys moving the same?
I'm waiting here for them to tell because they're looking for a door to go around, aren't you?
Well, okay, so the last thing that you can see then, since you're in the hallway now, is there, it ends at the end. There's just these two other doors.
No doors here.
There's no door that goes this direction back in. But as you open the next door, the next one, as you quickly crack into it, looks like a kitchen. This room has some preserved food that does seem to have survived the firestorm in iron cabinets. Otherwise, the rest of the room is
So
empty.
it's cooked and then it went bad.
It's not bad.
If you look really
Survived.
closely at it, as I think Winry probably would, because she looked closely at stuff, you do notice that the food cache has been opened lately. There are some wash dishes and silverware in the sink. Weirdly, it looks like somebody came by and had a snack
And clean up after themselves.
and cleaned up after themselves.
Oh, fancy.
Okay, we'll keep going then, I guess. Winry.
I'm just gonna stay at the corner to convey any information back and forth
Oh, yeah,
between
that's-
two groups.
Yeah,
To be fair, I have message, so I can convey messages back and forth if need be.
Well, Justin's not going to make us roll again. We'll just come up with
That's
you
fair.
guys.
As I say,
Is he
I was
already still
asking,
here?
and it seemed like Bryn didn't
Yeah,
want to
then
move
we'll
up.
I took
fast
your
enough.
roll already.
It seemed like she didn't want to move.
I thought we were just
Did you see that I got a 20, Justin?
No,
you
I didn't.
see?
But the last room is the conference room up here. It looks like this room has been used periodically, and Winry, if you would, make a perception check for me.
14.
There are some tracks in the ash that leads, seemingly, right into a wall.
Oh.
nice.
Okay. Very
That
nice.
person hit a wall.
This wall for you guys
We got some Wile E. Coyote shit.
is back here.
It's an outline of a person.
Okay, I think let's look into it.
If you'd like
Right.
to, you can use an investigation check to try to search for a way through.
Cassie points it out to me, or not
Yeah.
Cassie, Winry.
Yeah, Cassie does.
All right, I'll investigate.
You can roll with,
That's right,
with
look at
advantage
that.
if you need it because she's helping.
Oh, I would need it for sure.
Oh boy.
Wow. Wow.
A 4 and a 3,
Can I say
everybody.
it's cocked though?
Yeah, it's totally cocked. Yeah.
That's a 12.
You kind of feel around for it, and you're like, "There's got to be a secret here. There has to be, but you can't find it." Looking around, frustrated, you're like, "Okay, what else is in this room? There maybe it's somewhere else." And as you look around the rest of the room, there is a map on the table, on the far side of the table of this conference room, that was seemingly just left there.
All right, look at the map.
As you go over to it, it looks like it is a map of this place. Giving it a quick once over, you kind of recognize some of the areas that you've already been to.
Map's like, don't go in this
Oh, wait,
room.
did I
Don't
say-
go in this room.
No, it's like a room layout.
By the
kind
way,
of
it was
this
13,
place.
not 12, if that makes sense.
That's fine.
Does it happen to have like an A B C D E F G H code on it?
It
You know.
not right off. At least you could like pick it up and look at the back of it if you wanted to. But right now it's just laying on the table.
I'm not there.
Yeah, no. Why don't everybody come in there and check it out?
Give us a high sign.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the.
But
I would like
for
to
everybody
give the
else,
map once over.
there's a map laying on the table that seems to, just at a quick glance, looks like a layout of like this castle. And then there's also the footprints in the floor that seem to go into the wall. If you want to give the map a once over, it is what it is for right now. Unless you want to like look at all sides and everything.
I would
Give
like
it a
to
real
do that.
gander. Okay.
Push on.
Yeah, right. Push on the wall.
I would, but I'm not.
As you pick up the map, a small, wispy, brown serpent rises up from the map and strikes out at you. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Really,
Nice.
really good. 23.
Nice.
Oh my
The
God.
snake creature like bites into you, and you feel like this lethargy start to move through you for just a brief moment. But then you're able to like reflexively not reflex, it's Constitution.
A
checks.
snake pops up and bites me. And I go,
Flex really hard.
a snake.
Tease poison.
And then you flex, and the snake's fangs pop out of your arm. You are unaffected by the poison that seems to go on.
Woo!
And then the
Smack
map
the snake away.
is what it is. It is in your hand.
None written on the
It
back.
popped
or
out
anything.
of the map.
Bryn reflexively shoots the snake with a sacred flame and just get rid of it.
Burns the map
Yeah.
instantly.
No.
Not the map,
If
the
I flip
snake.
it, if I flip it
Not.
over and look at it really closely, is there anything additional in it?
Sorry.
Chewing.
There's a weird thing about the map, just as you're looking it over. Actually, make an intelligence check for me, would you? Just straight
Sure.
intelligence.
Guidance.
Sure.
Alright.
Alright.
Really good.
I liked how I looked at you like, really? You're gonna let this happen?
I'm sorry, straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Yep.
17.
The map, while the layout seems right, it feels weird to you. Like something's wrong. Giving it kind of a once over, you realize that not just is this got like a trap on it, but it has an illusion on it as well.
And say, Ryan, there are more chips there to the side if you want more that aren't on the board.
Who's walking around?
Staying
You want me
awake.
to put them out?
Sure, if you want to.
Was there more to that, Justin? Or it's
Nope, that's it.
Oh, alright. I would like to take out wand of dispel magic and spend 1 charge and do dispel magic on it.
Okay. Dispelling the illusion. I just spit a little bit. Sorry.
I heard you spit that.
Sure, that.
I mean, or Cassie's
It's that dark chocolate blackberry here. It
Yeah.
really got me salivating a little bit. Dispelling the illusion, the map resolves a little bit. Some things move around. What you really note about this map is, while the layout is potentially useful to you guys, what it is a defensive structure for the castle in the event of being attacked. What the top kind of resolves into, like the title on it, so to speak, is in defense of Regesia, or from Regesia. And piecing it together, you guess, this map probably was the defensive structure, the defensive layout used when Coltong attacked it. Unfortunately, the defensive structure of the castle months ago when Coltong attacked it, prior to the whole place becoming a firestorm, not necessarily the most useful thing in the world anymore.
No.
What it does provide you is an actual layout for yourselves of the place. And what you do note is that there is a small little section. That's too small. That's too big. Give me a 2x1, damn you.
That's too small.
A little secret tunnel that connects between the conference room here
Thank you.
Oh, dope.
and into the back of the banquet hall.
Awesome.
This would give you advantage if you wanted to try to find the secret to get into said door.
Very cool.
Okay. Who wants to roll that?
Regular.
I can help.
Investigation?
Investigation
Oh,
with
I'm not
advantage.
doing
Oh, it's to find a way to.
Alright. Can I roll again then, since I have...
I feel like I am really good at this game.
I do too.
Literally everyone can roll this at this point if you want to.
Investigation.
Oh, 24, baby.
Come on, you're saying everybody, and I'm not even at the table.
22.
5.
Investigation.
Yeah, it's
3.
Nine.
Well, technically you guys can all roll with advantage if you really wanted to, but...
24 still.
Ooh, 14.
7.
still 14. I
Well,
still have
The,
plus
the three
I think it's
the three women looking a little bit discouraged, looking around trying to figure this thing out.
Distracted
after-
by alcohol freeze
distracted
pops.
by alcohol freeze pops. And almost simultaneously, Rev and Jack are like, got it. And they reach over,
But I get a
press this
second
button,
faster.
and yeah, like both your hands are on it.
Oh.
It's like, ooh, hi.
Hey,
And then you kind
your
of
finger's so small.
wedge your finger
Let's
in.
smack his hand.
You kind of wedge your hand in back behind it, press like this hidden button, and then the door pops open.
We see it at the same time we go for it. We're about to push it. You go. You beat me to it.
And popping that door open, it does swing and reveals a small little hidden entryway into the back of the banquet hall.
Dope.
Alright. I'm gonna wait till everybody comes back.
There is singing there once again, and there is similarly a identical, basically hidden door on the other side of this little passage.
Okay. So, is everybody ready?
Yep.
Should I bust in there? I won't
Bust
bust
in
in there.
there?
I'm gonna do it quietly.
it.
I just
Quietly
want to let
bust.
I want to ask.
Quietly bust.
This is a dance hall,
Quietly
so
bustin'. Alright, go ahead and make a stealth check.
It's hard to do that quiet.
I'm afraid of no ghosts.
Bussin', bussin', bussin'.
Quiet.
20.
Peering in, you look into this banquet hall. There are 6 tables laid out.
Oh, where
It's
was
like
in here?
table, 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 bigger table, 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 and there's like a throne here, basically at the
We can
back.
really use tables on here.
What?
Don't worry,
I'm
we
just
can.
fucking-
Yeah, we can get it.
Very
As you peer in, you see a very strange
Other
sight.
Hey,
First
there's a
of
very
all-
strange sight.
Can she reach it?
One more.
I guess if Cassie can reach it.
Left side.
Yep.
Left,
Other side.
left side.
Orange.
First of all, there's about a dozen undead creatures in here.
That's
That's a-
12.
That's a
guys.
lot.
But they are all dressed in what appears to be noble finery.
Fancy.
They're holding
Leave
lobster
your undead.
forks.
I'm okay.
You got this.
What's
And
a
these-
lobster fork
Nobility.
look like?
They're like these, kind of like the hors d'oeuvres
The-
fork
the
that you
cute-
had, except for bigger.
Oh, okay.
And they're holding them, but there's not food on the table. They're actually taking bits out of their own arm
Oh.
and eating them.
Oh.
They're holding up goblets of this strange ochre fluid that's
Yeah.
brimming at the edges as well.
Yeah.
And they have expressions that seem to say, how uncouth of these people. Everyone. They're kind of dismissive of
themselves.
everything else that's
Of
around them.
themselves.
Of like the skeletons that were banging at the door. They're like, "Ugh, uncouth. Cannot believe those skeletons are coming back." And they're kind of full of themselves. There's two other strange things. There is a undead, seeming awful abomination that's wearing a tattered outfit of a minstrel, standing on one of the tables, lute in hand, playing music and singing for the rest of them. And most horrifying of all, the creature at the back, on this throne-like thing at the back and kind of slopping all around it, is a gelatinous mass of sickening yellow-gray ooze that is filled with the bones of several humanoid skeletons.
Oh yeah. It's a gelatinous cube.
Have we entered the room yet, or
Nope.
is he just peeping
He's
into
peeping
it?
in so
Okay,
far.
excellent. I just want a verification on that.
I can get some imagery for you if you'd like, but it's gonna take you a little bit because I didn't prep the token.
You didn't expect us to get this far?
You
I
had
did not expect you to make it this
Aww.
far.
Shame.
We're gonna use this guy for the
Can't believe they're, like,
thing.
eating their own bodies.
I don't have many.
I can turn on
This is
dead.
where- this is
spells
where-
left.
No. We should go in. Like, John or I should go in as nobles and be like, oh,
Dead
yes.
nobles? Yes!
So
Skeletons!
Yes. Why, yes. Such an uncouth behavior.
I think you picked the wrong side.
Renegades. I think you picked the wrong side,
It's too
she
big.
says.
He's really? It's that big?
That's what she
He's a
said.
big boy.
Said it just like that too.
Really?
It's like weirdly tart.
That's also what she said.
Strawberry. Ew. Yuck.
You
Oh.
walked into that one.
Yuck.
Guys.
You walked into that one, honey.
Gosh.
Suck.
I don't think it freezes all the way because there's alcohol in it.
Oh.
Because mine's
So
kind
it
of like
stays like hard.
no, like it doesn't. Like there's weird soft spots in it.
Not gonna say it again.
Don't mind us in the back.
Now the texture's really good.
I'm killing Cassie. I'm killing Cassie.
Bad.
Yes.
I
I
agree.
didn't even
Ben, I
say
agree.
it. Honestly, the fact that it's not frozen all the way makes it a little bit better.
No, I would a word.
Worse.
What?
Like it?
No, like I like it. The texture's now getting to me now that I'm thinking of it.
Oh.
Ah, it's like just smushing.
Now I can
Yeah,
say
how
it.
do you make an alcoholic slushy? Doesn't alcohol freeze at an incredibly low temperature?
There's probably not very much alcohol in this.
5%.
5%? Oh, Cassie.
Do you have a, like, you have a cold? Or?
It's like a lingering
Sorry.
night cough.
I'm
Night
sorry.
cough.
It gets worse.
I'm just gonna throw a whole bunch of random
Yeah,
undead
no,
tokens
sure.
out
The more the
here.
merrier, honestly. Jack, do you still want to go with my idea
I
of
can theoretically,
feigning nobility? I mean, we wouldn't be feigning, but
or I could push them all to one side so that Jack could.
For what it's worth, also, they seemed dismissive and annoyed about the skeletons. that you guys
yes,
have
I
been
mean,
fighting.
they
We
seem
also
genuine.
don't like the skeletons.
They seem like genuine nobility.
Like they were genuine nobility.
Exactly.
And you find some more bases.
Oh, joy. That means you need more than 6. And the giant slug
I
thing?
actually,
so
I actually don't
many.
think it's a terrible idea for the nobles to go in there first and
Ugh.
try to do whatever it is nobles do.
Oh, Phoebe, are you eating?
Honestly, I'm not sure either what we do.
You're naughty.
Oh,
I'm
but
good enough at
You
good enough at mimicking what nobles do.
I'm gonna say randomly that this guy's the minstrel.
Okay.
The one with the big shield over there.
Because I totally had a very nice
Oh, wait, that's the
undeath zombie minstrel on hand.
It's playing
This is the guy that we fought in the one castle. Didn't he pop out of the secret door when we were trying to escape? He looks a lot like, he looks a lot like him.
Oh, that thing, kind of.
Oh, like
Pretty similar. Yeah, I know what you're
the
talking
guy
about.
who was dead, but
In the
had
prison.
had the pet. Yeah, in the prison.
Jutras, I think was his name.
This would be very kind of anticlimactic for this combat, but we do have multiple ways to disguise ourselves as nobility, and we could go in and try to talk to some of these guys and see if we can find one of them that has the code.
You guys could even disguise yourselves as zombies.
As
That's
undead.
true, we could. Well,
Undead mobility guys. So
If
I think
you
that's a
think-
great
If you
idea.
all think it's a good idea, then I'm game.
I think that is a great idea. I'm gonna hand my hat to whoever needs it to Myetharia. Myetharia.
You're gonna question it after this long.
Well, I think Rev calls her
you know
Myetharia.
you're fucked up.
Your name over there.
Rev calls her Myetharia,
He does.
but Sterling would call her Myetharia.
Aww.
The Sterling would call her, "What's up, girl?"
Just calls her Bay.
What's up, babe? So yeah, I think that's a great idea. So whoever
That's
has the
hilarious.
pin, someone has the pin, someone's the hat.
I have
You and I
disguise
could go in
self.
together and try that.
Even Winry can go in there, and you guys go in there for a second, and we'll watch.
Joy.
That's a great idea. I love it. Do it.
I'm wondering if I can do it better though.
I'm sorry, what?
You can do it better. You're the one there.
Dude told you what better.
There will be 3 of us then, so we could spread out around the room and start talking to people and see if we can figure something out. I like that.
What are we trying to figure out?
Are you good at deceiving people, Winry?
No.
Oh. Well then. Maybe.
I am good at deceiving.
I thought you were,
Oh, she got you.
Boom.
but well done.
Case
Well done. You
in
had me
point.
fooled. You had me fooled.
Yeah,
I was like,
let's.
I thought you were, but I guess not. All right, well then.
We need to. So this is an ooze, right? And it's just got
Gelatinous.
stuff floating in it.
Mhm.
So pretty good chance that there's not going to be a piece of paper on that guy.
It would
Which
have
means
solved.
if there's something
His
in this room, it's gonna be with one of these guys because they are dressed as nobles, right?
All right.
Or
So-
they might have the information. They might be able to tell us what to do.
So what do we ask? Let's get our questions straight here so we don't go in fumbling. We ask,
Well,
do you
we'll
know
have to draw.
how to operate the lift so as not to trigger the traps and dangerous things that come along with it?
That's a very Myetharia way of handling it.
I am
think what
asking
you'd actually
so that
want
I
to
get
say is
feedback.
something like, "Oh, wonderful party we're having here.
Yes,
You know what would be nicer? is
Not
to
straight
see
to the
if
point, got
king
it.
could join us. I wonder how we could get to him."
Not straight to the point. Got it. Yes. No, that's fair. I
You
would-
want to kind
I
of
would go
like
straight
a
to the point.
circuitous route. You want to
Circuitous.
get around.
It's always really difficult with being circuitous.
Yeah, it's conversation to draw it out a little bit.
Conversation.
Draw.
Yes.
We also need to pretend to eat parts of ourselves. So
Oh, yeah, we can pretend. Yes, that should work.
So yeah, we'll Winry can do disguise self. You can use Rev's hat,
Yes,
and I can
Rev's hat.
use the hairpin.
If
What?
this fails,
Maybe you should use the hairpin.
Oh,
what's the what's the code word if this fails and I can do turn undead?
It failed! The jig's up!
Seems subtle.
We're
Very subtle.
made!
We've been made! You'll know. We'll let you know.
Okay. So the 3 of you
well, switch.
using your stuff, the
Added
hat,
bubbling.
the hairpin, and disguise self, try to make yourselves
Turn
look
undead.
ghastly and
Like
also
undead
noble.
nobles.
Okay. Crack the door. Right. Start heading in.
I'll have, if Winry can look like a girl gas,
Yarl.
then
Like
I'll
Andy says.
offer my arm to her to go into the room as though we are going together.
Okay.
Dual ghouls.
And I will be your
You could be our
yes.
friend.
Yes.
Nailed it. Okay. You guys crack the door,
Again.
Butler.
start heading in, and as you do so, the music again stops,
Lady in waiting.
and they look towards you. All of,
Introducing
Nice.
Lady Winry Mountain Peak.
all of these undead creatures in noble finery all turn towards you, holding their little lobster forks out, and they're like, they give these expressions like, "Dare you interrupt our party?" But then they look at you, and that you can see them kind of licking their lips.
And I'll say, we scared off those damn skeletons. Back to the fun.
There's a moment, and the minstrel on the table looks over towards the ooze, and the ooze kind of slops a little bit,
Oh.
as though it's turning towards you. And then, surprisingly, it speaks.
Oh.
Oh.
The ooze
Can they do
itself
that?
like slaps a little bit, and like this no, and like this skull like projects out, and as it does so, it starts to talk using the ooze like lips and tongue, and it starts to speak. It says, "New flesh. Well, this is interesting. Who are you?
We are nobles from a
Who are you? Truly." And the ooze like starts
fucking hated
leaning
that.
towards
That
you.
was disgusting.
In truth, we are nobles from a faraway land.
Indeed. Fresh. He knows. So then, does he know?
I'm gonna have you do it. Make a persuasion check.
That's why you
without
know.
assistance.
Not with advantage. No,
Okay.
No, this is not a deception check because
it is technically true.
it is true.
Very nice.
26!
Oh!
Hot damn.
We needed you to roll well.
You came through.
And he kind of leans back. He says, "I am Lord Gorquith, ruler of Castle Corstal.
Can you spell that?
At least in life I was." That is Gorquith.
Lord.
Gorquith.
At
At
least you
least
just
I
final
was in life. Now I sit upon this throne in this form.
You look lovely still.
Slop looks towards you.
What color is it?
Kind of a yellowish.
Oh,
Alright. So,
so
pee-pee.
pee-pee.
Okay, you two.
Nice, you guys nailed that one at the same time.
This here is this
Yep,
here
it's
Word
is
did it.
It calls it yellow gray.
Oh, that's
Oh,
worse.
unhealthy pee-pee.
Ah.
Look, D, you gotta go see a doctor.
He looks towards you for a second, kind of shakes his head ruefully, and then looks back and says, "Findle, tell them." The minstrel,
He's
who
one of
you
the
now
boys.
notice was an elf in life, turns towards you and says, "I guess we can talk a little bit. Listen, my master, Lord Gorquith, of course, I mean, clearly, he had a little run-in with an inquisitor named Griat.
Griat?
Griiat. And, it ended with Lord Gorquith and his officers being executed.
No.
This all happened with, the events. We'll call them the events.
I've heard. No worries.
And well, my master's was the most brutal of all of them. He was thrown into a huge ochre jelly. But that's not where the story ends.
No,
You
please
see
no.
And he begins strumming on the lyre. You see-
In true minstrel fashion.
And Jack
Jack.
goes,
Hello there. And well, if that were the end of the story, then all would be lost. But fortunately,
Takes a deep breath.
Lord Gorkwith, leader of Castle Corstal, master of all the... And he said, Findle, get on with it. Well, stuff happened with the firestorm, and he became merged with this jelly thing, and now he's living a terrible life.
Oh, no.
Eileen, what was the minstrel's name?
Findle,
I'll lean and say, I really like the first version.
give me a wink.
With his eyelids?
As he winks, he kind of turns towards Lord Gorkwith, and you can see that there's a couple of forks stuck in like the back of his arms and stuff.
Oh.
Doesn't really seem to notice. And Gorkwith
Can I
says,
grab one?
if you want to.
Fame eating myself. I don't know.
You don't have to faint.
Thank you. I was worried. Thank you.
Well, and then Gorkwith kind of continues, says, then the firestorm came. It tore through my castle. And we were animated. Me, my nobles, and my minstrel. We seem to, unfortunately, me, seems to be bound together with this beast, this jelly. And well, as we realized, we would probably be put out of undeath as fast as we were put to death. We have barricaded ourselves in here, keeping the forces from above at bay. As it is, we've been able to keep Cold Tongue's forces away from us, to be able to retain what semblance of life there is to have here. And in the meantime, Findle has made the most of it by keeping us entertained. But as the hours have turned to days and weeks, I find myself wishing to be freed of this horrible state.
Is there any way we can help?
You can see the nobles are all kind of licking their lips, but he is keeping them in line for right now.
Good to know.
It says,
Bryn and Rev are playing cards.
No, you're not.
if I could
Ears
be
to the door.
returned from this state, I would be most appreciative. Perhaps there is something that I could do for you.
He said if he could be returned from this state.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
So-
if he could be turned back into...
A person.
Do you have any suggestions, any ideas of how we might do that for you?
I have
Which is being genuine.
my skeleton,
Okay.
and you kind of the skull
Yes.
kind of starts forming behind it. The rest of like the vertebrae starts forming, and then the arms. And he's like, but no one capable of returning it to life.
I see.
Is that true?
I'm a looking.
I'm sure.
I will message Bryn in my head. I'll kind of sit back and let them converse if they feel the need to, and message Bryn if she's within. Yeah, she's within 120. Message her and say, do you have a way to return someone who's completely dead for a very long time back to life?
Let me check. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I can answer that for you a little
I
bit.
think so.
Somebody has something that can do that. I don't know who kept it,
Oh, you have the.
but
Someone has
somebody
the scroll.
has a scroll
Oh,
of
scroll.
resurrection.
Resurrection.
I have a wait. Hold on. I have this. Hold
Do we
on.
want to use that on him, or do we want to just try
How do we know how
bargain?
long it's been? It's been
Weeks.
long. Weeks. Okay.
At least.
Okay. Can't do that one.
Technically, I think
Yeah.
it has been 5 months.
That's why I said for a very long time.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
It's either that or hope that they maybe gave us the key, the code and key. Okay.
Spell resurrection.
What
Oh,
was
apparently
resurrection?
Motorola wants to put it out. Yep, twice. Beautiful.
Hey, Milo.
Alright. Cool. It's not gonna let me click on it. This is resurrection. Would resurrection do it?
It would.
I don't have it yet.
I
That's
will
7th level.
take off my hat of disguise
Oh, we're doing that.
Oh,
okay,
jeez.
Okay, okay.
and I'll say,
There's a stir in the audience for a moment, and you can see people reaching for forks and knives. And
Yikes.
after a moment, before anyone can get more than standing, Gorquith says, "Hold! Let them speak first."
I was gonna say my own hands are on my hips.
we are
Just
no.
look at her tips, because you're a lady in waiting.
What was the hip shake?
Because I wanted
She's
to.
got some
I'm a lady
sassy
waiting.
attitude.
I have
Thank you.
never acted like that kind
Lady
of
waiting,
lady
thank
waiting,
you.
even when I was.
We
You've been a
are.
lady in waiting? Is that what you're telling me right now?
I didn't change that much with my story.
I'll keep one hand up, and with the other hand, I'll reach into my bag and I'll say, "We are no friends of Inquisitors." And I've got the split skull mask that we got from, you know what I'm saying.
Yep, I know what you're talking
And
about.
I'll show it to him and say, "I had several more of these, but I threw them at a different Inquisitor to be threatening before we killed him, and I feel like it was worth it. Regardless, we are no friends of the ones that you are attempting to hold back. And what's more," and I'll reach back into my bag and pull out the scroll and say, "We do have a way to return you to life."
He starts like slurping towards you slowly.
You're not gonna lean in again?
Just like it's like oozing over the side of the
Yeah.
throne and onto the ground as it's
Maybe
like.
quivering a little bit with excitement.
Well, yeah, he's
don't
like
say
moving
that.
slowly in
Oh
your
my
direction.
God. Nasty.
We need to access the top floors of this castle where we believe, even seemingly backed up by your reports,
Woman, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing.
They're all dead.
Can't sit still for 2 minutes.
Turn on deck.
Just throwing dice around.
Oh my god.
we believe that our target is the top of this castle. Unfortunately, we are our way is blocked by some secret code to use an elevator to reach the top levels.
You speak to the Lord of Castle Corstal. You think he doesn't know the code to his own lift?
I pull out my banjo and go, "Bling!"
I'll remove
Of
my.
course he does.
I'll remove
And I'm
my
willing to make a
hairpin.
fair trade.
I'll remove my hairpin as well.
Winry doesn't really know. She's really actually.
She's really actually undead.
The slop speaks once more and says, "The deal is accepted under no conditions. Return my body. I will get you up."
Let us live.
I will keep them back.
So you use
Here's the problem, guys.
Can none of us cast that?
Resurrection is a 7th
Yeah,
level spell.
I was wondering that from the start. I'm like,
Clam
none of
Alarm's
us.
gonna come up and be like, "We got the code. We found it on this random desk," and we'd be like, "Oh, so did we. We traded a 7th level spell to get it."
Oh, that wasn't what I was saying.
Can't none of you,
I was
neither of you
saying-
cast it?
That is
Not
higher.
till 2 more levels.
You can
Yeah.
Can't you cast a scroll
No.
even if
Well,
you
So,
can't?
if the spell is on your class list, but of a higher level than you can normally cast, you make a spell casting ability check to
So I
determine
can't.
whether you cast it successfully.
so I can cast it, but I cannot cast it myself yet.
Oh wait.
Like it's not.
Correct.
So
No, that's not what
my
I was
class-
asking. You
what?
can cast it.
It is
with
also
the
I
a
think
spell.
we
bard
did
spell.
look it up.
You
Yes.
just have to roll for it. That's all.
It could be either of you, but you can attempt to cast the spell using the spell scroll. You just have to make an ability check to make sure you do it successfully.
Who
And
has
then
a
ability
higher?
check is
Who has a higher spellcasting modifier?
DC plus 10 plus spell level.
So it's 17.
that sounds like Jack or Brent.
But is
Yes.
it wisdom because it's a wisdom-based spell?
No.
Or
It depends on who's casting it.
okay.
It's your
It's
spell.
your spell casting
Oh.
ability.
Who has a
The
higher?
plus side is this is an ability check, so you can give yourself advantages to this prior to attempting to cast it.
9+4.
Like, say, an inspiring tune, like, say, some
It's
guidance.
Right. You could do guidance, but not
So I
less.
can't do it myself,
Less.
or I can't give myself bardic inspiration. However,
However, she could guide.
I can add my proficiency bonus, or half of my proficiency bonus, rounded down, which is a +2, to any ability check that I make that doesn't already include it.
Isn't already proficiency.
That's broken.
Because bards are broken. Yeah.
No,
Just a little bit.
no, don't worry about it. Ryan was playing around with the vent cover that's broken.
Oh,
Oh, that's
So you
broken.
tell me
bards
whatever.
are powerful.
I mean, bards
seems
are
like
like
it's
broken.
the
Mine
Same,
would be
but
a +6.
Mine's a +4.
Right.
So you then.
so
mine's
either
higher,
but
or
you
you could
could-
give her bardic inspiration.
But I could give you bardic
Can't
inspiration.
you give yourself bardic inspiration?
No, he can't
Not
do
yet.
that.
So I can give. You can give me bardic inspiration. I can give myself
Guidance.
So I'd have dose.
D8 plus D4, and then +4, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you can
Four
give her
plus
bardic
D8 plus
inspiration
D4.
as well as her guidance for herself.
Which
I
would
could
at least
also-
equal
well,
a D, which would at least equal 6, which is yours. So it would be more worth it.
So it wouldn't be advantage, but you would get a bunch of other stuff.
It'd
to
be
go
more
along
worth
with
it for her to do it, because you'd likely get more
Allow
than
me
a
to
1 on
bring
each.
in an associate who would be more proficient at this. Hey guys, the jig is not up, but it's kind of up. You can come out.
Yeah.
Come blasting in.
Alright, as Bryn comes in, I'm going to sneak behind her and try to duck underneath the table as she does.
Oh,
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
slippery.
Tells me to use have my shield out.
17 plus 12.
29.
29.
You seemingly shadow Bryn and just duck under a table as she goes past it. Nobody seems to notice you.
Okay.
They're all watching Bryn very carefully as she does
So
so.
you guide yourself. I can give you,
You
a
can
bardic
put yourself-
inspiration.
Like here, there's under
This
this
is D8.
table here.
So D8 plus D4 plus your spellcasting modifier. Wait, is there any way I can give you advantage? There's
Right.
not. This is an ability check.
There is. If you wanted to cast
Could I go with her?
enhance ability.
Isn't that
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 goes
is
just with my
ability
wisdom.
checks? You're right. Then yeah, I will give you enhance ability.
Advantages instead of bardic inspiration.
No, you can do both.
No, I can do both.
Oh, snap!
So I will
because
give
you can do bardic inspiration. Yeah, it's
for
concentration.
wisdom checks. Please stop breaking your phone.
Done it a couple of times.
Enhance ability, so you have advantage. You got advantage, a D8, a D4,
1, 2.
plus your
+4.
+4.
Okay, an extra dice to roll with.
1 extra dice to roll with.
3 extra.
Hang on, don't do it
3.
yet.
You looking for anything else you can get?
No, I was gonna hit cast
Oh,
just
okay.
to make sure the voodoo is right.
No, I'm so nervous. What if I wanted there to bounce it off of?
I don't care.
No, because the roll worse.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
dope.
16.
She got it.
Yeah, 16, 20, 24.
The magic fills you. And even though it is above and beyond your abilities initially, with the assistance and the guidance of Jack's songs, with the guidance of your deity as well.
Does Findle join it?
No.
Findle doesn't start
Aw.
playing.
We can't play a song we
It's not like a
love.
duet.
Oh, if you're playing a song,
Join
100%.
one.
Yeah,
100% he's
It's a
joining.
duet, yeah.
So I thought you meant is he just playing a song while Bryn is doing this? Like, no, not really.
Oh, good catch. Good catch.
I go, it's the final countdown.
Ding.
Findle goes.
He goes back and forth, dueling.
Oh.
And to harness magical capabilities beyond what you would normally be able to attain.
Nice.
And slowly, out of this ooze, is sucked out this skeleton. And as it does so, the ooze, like, slops back into place afterwards, kind of rolling back into its spot. The skeleton begins to knit itself back together. As it does so, out from between kind of the joints, these tendons appear, connecting the bones, connecting them, and then muscle begins to wrap itself around rapidly. And in a brief moment, I don't know, it'd take a minute to cast, something like that.
No.
Over the next minute, muscle begins to go, skin forms above it, its facial structure becomes complete, and then all of a sudden there's like this thump, and you can all hear it. The first heartbeat as his chest thuds once more, and then his eyes open. Blimey, that was unpleasant.
He's also naked, so I'm
Yes.
gonna run up with a cloak and cover him.
100%.
Really fast.
And he just like
Bryn is
drops down.
visibly excited.
He's like,
Not like that, you disgusting.
On that note, how big is his wiener?
Oh my god.
third leg. We talked about this earlier. In fact, you wrap the cloak around him, dick still wangling out the bottom. Anyway, he's like, that was unreasonably unpleasant. But this, and he kind of like reaches out with one hand, flexes it. This I can get used to again. And he looks towards the others. There's still undead ghasts, of course, around the room. He's like, keep your mouth to yourselves. He kind of eyes each of them in turn.
This is my meat.
Yeah. And they each like put away the forks a little bit as they do
The
so.
fancy forks
And
go
he says, a moment. And he reaches back, he plunges his hand into the ochre jelly, fishes for a second, and rips back out of it this rolled up parchment. And he unrolls it and says, you may have seen the previous map. That was a forgery. This is the real one. And he hands it to you. And on the back of it is written a sequence of letters. And he says, use this. It will get you to the upper floors. Just promise me. If Cold Tongue is there, you kill him.
We did not consider that possibility, did we?
Well, I'm not sure we can promise that.
I
Promise me.
I've already given you your body back. This is
Myetharia,
our original
This
promise.
is not a threat.
I understand that, which is why I'm saying we cannot promise it.
Disappointing. But
Always.
Oh.
Vindel? Yes, sir? Open the door for them. They can go out the main hall. The back of it, for your reference, says DGA
So what happens
BDHEC. And at the end, in like a little parentheses, it says starting at second floor. Or starting at 2.
Starting at 2.
So the idea being, it starts in park.
right.
As soon as you shift it, it's going to start rising. That's the sequence at each level as you
At
go
2
up, at
we do
each
D,
interval.
and then at 3 we do G,
Yep.
etc.
And as you keep going up, that will be the sequence that unlocks each of them.
I don't think there was a C at the end. I think that's supposed to be a parentheses. There's not a C at the end.
There's a C at the end.
Oh, okay.
So what if we do A first? My question.
You want to ask him?
Sure, since he did rattle off that.
He says, well, at the first level, let's see. Future. He's like, is thinking a little bit as I'm looking through the notes of what happens at each
Incidentally.
level.
Incidentally.
Da-da-da-da-da.
We simply
First
restart
floor.
after a mistake.
If you were at a hold person spell would go off on the next turn as you went out.
Oh,
Up
that'd
to
be debilitating.
8, at least up to 8 humanoids would be frozen by hold person.
Gosh.
If you're really curious, if you did not do G in the second one, as he looks towards you, a fireball will go off first.
This escalates real quick.
And then 2 flame elementals will appear on the lift with you. On the next level, a flurry of jagged balls will shoot out from the walls and assault you, dealing us.
Wow.
On the next level, a mass confusion spell will be released, and an incorporeal creature will attack you as well. The next floor, jagged fuselage of spears will stab out from every wall and stab anyone around. Then there will be another Mirage Arcane spell that throws, and it'll be a glamour to keep people in place, this sort of thing, not let you to do stuff, before finally Chain Devil appears and attacks you, trying to hold you in place before you get smashed into the top at the Wall of Force, which will just crush you. Right. So everything else basically is supposed to annoy you, keep you in place, not let you do anything before.
Shush.
Escalated real quick.
So say if one makes a mistake, do they just restart at
No.
D? Oh, no.
No. Once you engage the lift, it rises without stop until it gets to the top.
Well, we didn't technically because the water wasn't flowing yet.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Once it gets
I'm
all
also
the way
smart.
to the top, it will reset to the bottom again
Good to know.
after a certain amount of time. But once it begins rising, you cannot stop it.
Right. I'm not making any
And
mistakes
just
then.
it's D-G-A-B-D-H-E-C.
H-E-C.
There's like some phonetic alphabet going on here to.
No, I'm just making sure that
just spelled out a word.
Listen, he just told us all about this terrible stuff. I want to make sure we got it right.
Right.
Yeah.
Delta, Golf, Alpha, Bravo, Delta, Hotel, Epsilon, Charlie.
Great.
Yeah. No A involved. Imagine that.
There is an A.
There
it's
is
a
an
third
A.
one.
Yep,
That's
there
the
is.
sec-
Yep.
that's the third
Yep.
one.
Sorry.
There's no
That's that.
G.
There
There's
is.
the
Second
second
one.
There is a G. Let's see what's missing.
A,
There's
B, C,
no
D,
F.
E. There's no F.
Yeah.
There's no F.
I was gonna say there's two D's, so there had to be one that was missing.
Well,
We're glad that we could right the injustice that was done to you,
To some extent.
and we will continue on towards our final goal. Thank you for your assistance.
Lay them low.
I like this dude.
They deserve every pain that you can give them.
I'll do a solemn nod, but I won't say anything.
Thank you.
At that, they open the front doors briefly as you guys all move through, and then behind you hear the doors shut. Chunk. The locks go back into place, and Findle begins to play music again on the other side.
Apparently, we just need to play in person, guys. To not fuck things up.
Oh man, they watched their king go and they just kept going on.
He stayed in there, actually.
Oh,
He's not with us.
Yeah.
He
he stayed. Yeah.
He has the authority, the gravitas to survive that sort of situation.
all right, fair enough.
It's pretty impressive. He's a pretty
Balls
cool.
on that
He's a
guy.
cool character. I like him a lot.
We just avoided such a fight there, guys.
Yeah, that rocked. That rocked.
Yeah.
You did nothing.
Whoops.
I'm just gonna do it.
At that point,
Yeah.
I think, unless you wanted to follow up on Clan Malorn,
Yes.
there aren't any other doors for you guys to track down at this point. So it might be a good point for you guys to return back to the lift
Mm-hmm.
and wait for Clan Malorn and wait for the water pressure to build and take a rest.
That's a good
Let's do
idea.
it.
Good idea.
So now
During this long rest,
there's still some drink in there.
Bryn will.
I will pull out the last bit of my whiskey and pass it around.
No, it's not.
No,
dice.
it's
She wouldn't
probably
do
a
that.
blueberry.
No, it's a dice. What is wrong with
Stephanie!
you? She's getting slap happy. We gotta wrap
she's a child.
All right.
I'm going to be
debate
passing.
process.
I'm gonna be passing the very last of Myetharia's whiskey around during our rest.
I love it.
Perfect.
The very last.
Bryn, can you put up the dome?
Takes after 10 minutes, grows back up.
Did you have a great way of playing this?
Or
I do.
I spread it looks like stardust and it spreads in a circle
like-
and then it grows up
Wow.
and sort of like shooting stars that grow up.
Beautiful.
Not as lit as I thought it would be, though.
You just feel it. It's been a long day.
That was.
And we also
awesome.
started before
That was
8:30.
I was just
We
gonna
usually
drink it
start
until-
at 9.
Whatever.
I'm
Cassie's
curious
like,
if we
no.
would have thought to do that live. This has turned into a really great, incredible session.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I wish we could do this more, guys.
And you're like,
Ryan, move closer, please. Can we do this more?
Were you outside when I told Evelyn to tell her dad to move closer? He's like, we just bought a really expensive house that my mom and dad don't think that they can afford.
My daddy said you might say that, and he said, "Fuck you."
yeah, it was.
Oh.
Like, they just spent a lot of money on a house.
Oh.
I don't know where she got that from.
That was
It's a good
hilarious.
Is this mine?
No, it's Rob's.
You threw my dice
Yeah.
in there? Oh my gosh.
You're dirty
You're
hands.
an animal.
Dirty dice.
All right.
You're just gonna cut this in.
I'm
right?
so
You're not even gonna bother. You're gonna like have it.
Without further ado, yeah, I'm gonna hold it.
All right. So wait, no, we gotta get in there. We got the
Lead up.
dome
Don't worry, I set it up.
He preferences.
So wait,
Oh,
we can
okay.
hear this conversation going on because you guys are inside the dome?
Listen.
Wait.
Just listen.
Oh, okay.
Linda,
Okay,
listen.
Okay.
Since we're planning on doing this at a short rest or a long rest,
Stop. Start over.
This is so goofy. I love it. I love
I feel like you guys might be more
doing
embarrassed.
this at a short rest. I imagine that we'll set up the dome for safety, and
That's some nice music.
everyone
there.
will have everyone will be in the dome. Bryn obviously has to stay in there, and then you and I can just kind of like do one of these.
That's what
And
it's
then
like.
as soon as
That's
we
what
get
it's
to
like.
the dome, it's gonna stick their fucking
That's what it
out,
feels
and
like.
Hear, is they can
As a
hear
listener.
through the dome.
Turn it up so that
So we'll
I
have to like walk away a short ways.
Hey, Jack, don't you have, can we use telepathic bond between two people?
We could. That's not a bad idea.
And then we can stay warm and safe in the dome.
It feels strange and kind of catty to do that, but well, no, that might be an offensive phrase. I apologize. Well, yeah, that's
This
not a bad
relationship
idea.
is starting out real great.
Yeah, I'm being
I
sensitive.
still feel like we should step outside though. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
So long as we're not being attacked by goblins or something.
Or bees.
Well, we can step outside. I think that's a good idea. I'll set out everything to do the ritual for telepathic bond, and then I'll just connect Winry and myself.
So you
I'm
guys
trying to
just
think. It's a
Time in the
busted, run down, scary like castle thing. So I guess we might be looking. Maybe there's like a window to the outside, and we can kind of see like the firestorm coming down outside. There's like a warm glow coming through the window.
romantic. Should I not comment?
So after a moment, I will
This is why they did it without us.
telepathically speak to you. Did this work? Are we connected? Because I'm not talking out loud. Can you hear me?
Testing.
Hi.
Good. Hi. So, how long have you felt this way?
Do you remember when Rayland and I were in the prison?
Crap. You were Rayland at the time.
You
Yes.
That's when I started to think of you as more than my friend, my best friend. It was awful. And at first I thought we might get out, because, you know, we're really sneaky, and then we realized that it was more than prison and that we would be tortured in there. I didn't know if we'd get out alive, and you were so far away. I'll pull my tail around myself. When Brad came back from his torture session, and he was so hurt and disfigured, and he still seemed like everything was going to be okay, I knew that I was going to be next, and he told me to be quiet and not to talk. That was easier than lying, and I knew that I couldn't do that. And I knew that I was going to get hurt like him. And he told me Balin was gone, and later on we found out that he was eaten by a monster in the sewer. And that was when I thought of you more than my best friend. Differently than how I miss Bryn and Myetharia. Deeper, desperately. And I was so relieved when I got back to you, and I knew that I was safe, and you held me, like, through the night.
Yeah, Mom is right.
I think I have like the impulse to just start like talking about how scared I was during that time and when you were gone, and you know, all the feelings around that, but I just instead take a beat and just kind of stay quiet for a minute. And then after a minute, I'll say, thank you for sharing that so honestly. We haven't had a ton of downtime since you kissed me, but in any downtime that I did have, I was thinking about how I felt and rolling the situation over and over again. And can we pretend like you didn't kiss me? I have been a goal setter and goal achiever for my whole life. It's how I've learned everything that I feel that I'm good at, by setting a goal and pushing hard to achieve that goal. And I've done that a lot. But I also realize that when I do things like that, it sort of gives me tunnel vision, and I don't really notice what's going on around me. Any relationship that I've ever been in, the girl is the one who makes the first move, because I just don't really notice. And that's what happened this time too. You made the first move. And all those relationships eventually end, or have eventually ended. I rely on each member of the group differently. You know, Bryn is eternal support, and Myetharia, well, I can't really imagine what my life would be like if Myetharia wasn't in it. And Rev has a tough exterior, but he is stalwart and brave and honest. And I rely on each of them for different things. But each of those relationships took time to cultivate and to get where they are now. Myetharia especially, we started off quite rough. which I'm sure she will attest. The only relationship in this group that I haven't had to really put any work into is our relationship. We more or less fell in together. And our relationship has been easy ever since we met. Even after you stole my diviner, which I worked very hard on, it was still okay. And I think that I felt that I can honestly say that as a friend, I love you. And you're very important to me. And I hope that after this adventure, we are together for a long time and we go on other adventures and are together for a long time. I have, anytime I've been in a relationship, like I said, the girl has made the first move, and those relationships always fail.
You want to be able to decide who you love by yourself.
I can't believe she lasted that long.
Actually,
even listening back to it, can't believe it.
I want to be the one to make the first move.
Okay, Jack, please let me know if you ever have those feelings for me. Thank you for sharing your feelings. Good night. And then I will go back to
The problem is we're still connected telepathically, so I continue, and I say, but Winry, I do have those feelings for you. But I want to be more active in this relationship so that maybe this one won't fail like the other ones have. So
Why didn't you?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Why didn't you start with that? Winry, I do have those feelings for you, but Jack, the entire time you were talking, I thought you were gonna say, "Hey, I really like you like that. I would like you better as friends," which is fine if you feel that way, but it apparently wasn't.
Oh,
So them as well.
I had to
So
sell
them.
it dramatically so that it made sense. I'm sorry, but
So thick.
I
was dying while they were
I
recording this.
think I want to see where this relationship goes. I just want it to be different than my previous relationships. So
I'm sorry.
if it's okay,
Sorry, go ahead.
if it's okay, when we're not in a creepy castle filled with demons and things trying to kill us,
They might have been devils.
when there's a
Devils?
good moment that's
Demons,
as
devils.
special as you are, I would like to try and make the official, unofficial first move in our relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I'm sorry for stealing that kiss from you. That wasn't. It wasn't
No.
nice.
Oh my.
I,
It was a Winry move.
it was unexpected, but it put our relationship into sharp focus. So I'm glad you did it. Are you, I assume you're in the dome now, right?
No.
Oh, you're still out here? Okay.
Well, she started to walk away and then you stopped her.
So, feeling like all my words are spent, I'll just walk up to you and are you still holding your tail?
Yep.
I will reach down and put my hand on one of your hands and kind of like
Pause.
Get my fingers in between your hand and your tail and just
Either or.
hold your hand for a minute.
Yeah, kind of the same. They're kind of like hands.
Thanks for sharing, Jeff. Thanks for listening to me.
Thanks for being honest and so brave and just as wonderful as you always are.
Ready to go to bed? Not together, just in the dome.
Oh yeah, thank you for clarifying. Yes. Well, I mean, I could set up another dome, but
Oh,
no,
jeez.
I don't think so either.
Is that right? 2 to 11, they're real good.
And
scene.
And as you guys make your way back to the dome, you guys, the rest of you, see Jack holding Winry's hand on the way back into the dome as they come back to fall asleep. And that is where we will end for our live, in-person D&D session for tonight.
2023, next 10 years.